Welcome to Talkin' Mets with Rob. Subscribe to the channel for all your New York Mets in-game live, pre-game, post-game, roundtable podcast, and all the breaking news for our New York Mets. Enjoy the show and let's go Mets.
Meet the Mets, meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life, because the Mets are really socking the ball, knocking those home runs over the wall. East side, west side, everybody's coming down to meet the METS Mets of New York town. Oh, the butcher and the baker and the people on the streets, where do they go? To meet the Mets! Oh, they're hollering and cheering and they're jumping in their seats. Where do they go? To meet the Mets! All the fans are true to the orange.
What's up, Mets fans? Welcome back to another Mets Watch Party live. Very few and far between during this season, but hopefully we are having a lot of these into the playoffs and, of course, next season as well. Hopefully everybody is taking their deep breath, got their food ready, got their drinks ready for today's game 160 of the season, and we know how important today's game is. We explained it with me and Chris on the pregame. Very, very important. The easiest road to the playoffs is a Mets win and an Arizona loss, and the Mets clinch, and tomorrow means absolutely nothing except for seeding, but I don't think those games are going to happen if that's the scenario that comes about. Also, make sure you hit that like button, guys. Be with you through the entire game. I will be doing a post game after the game. So give me about 5 to 10 minutes after the watch party is over to set up the post game, and then we'll be ready to go. And we talk about the game. Hopefully we're celebrating a Mets victory and Arizona loss, and we're clinching, and we stamp our ticket to October baseball. So, guys, we got about a little less than 10 minutes until game time. About 10 minutes until game time. Look, we know the situation, we know the scenarios, we know what David Peterson has to do. He hasn't pitched well over his last 3 outings. We need him to step up here. We need the offense to wake the hell up. And we know the guys that need to wake up, but as a whole, they just got to start doing the job, right? The Brewers want to take out Adames early. They want to take out Berrios early. They don't want to get these guys hurt. And I've said this from the beginning of the series. The Mets score early. It makes the decision a lot easier for Murphy and the Brewers to take out their main guys. That is the key. I continue to say that's the key. Both games on Friday and Saturday were basically carbon copies. The Mets went lifeless in the first couple of innings and basically gave the Brewers, with your competitive spirit, competitive juices flowing, to say, we can win this game. We don't have to really try that hard. That is the issue. Yuki CP is in Milwaukee. Hector is in New York, probably, pacing right now. Obviously, all Met fans are nervous, and Hayden's, I believe, in college right now in Florida. So, again, don't worry, guys. There will be a roundtable. Maybe even tomorrow. We'll see. It's kind of a roundtable of epic proportions. It could be a very exciting and very happy roundtable. It could be a very nervous and disappointing and a very sickening end to our season roundtable. So we'll see how it goes. But again, everything relies on today. Everything relies on today. Again, guys, if you haven't been on this watch party before, don't forget, Nelson is doing good. Again, Nelson, we all had Nelson. He was fun to watch and talk about. Always had some good sayings when it came to the Mets. Yeah, he's a busy man. Listen, can't fault somebody for being busy, right? So, again, we'll see how. Maybe we'll have Nelson on one of our shows to see how he feels about the Mets at some point. Maybe even before the playoffs start. We'll see. If you haven't been to a watch party on the channel before, I will have game day up. I will have the audio up. Game day is usually faster than the actual sound of the game. So if you're just listening, enjoy. If you're just watching and listening, enjoy as well. So we'll have instant reactions. We'll have game day up. We'll have the audio up. So any way you want to watch the stream, you can. And thank you for tuning in. Listen, I know how it is. It's Sunday. It's football Sunday, right? If your team's playing right now, to watch the Mets in an important game, your football, obviously there's only a simple number of games for a football season, so every game's important. So I understand it. So it's not easy. I get it. And let's just have fun, right? I know we're nervous, right? They just got to get the job done. Hopefully we see him come out of the gate in the top of the first doing some damage here, and that's what we need. Hold on. Just win the game. Show us this time. Yeah, exactly, Ethan. Let's show them they're not the choking bunch. Sanders says, time to take care of business. I agree. Cindy wants to please give Peterson a lead so he doesn't have to be perfect. Yep, I agree. Lulu, let's go Mets. Yeah, guys. I mean, this is a very simple situation here, right? The Mets don't have to play, go crazy today. They just got to play fundamentals. They just got to do their jobs, right? They're pressing, they're pushing, they're putting too much pressure on themselves. They're trying to do way too much. Nimmo swinging out of his feet. Basically, he had like 3 swing and misses that took him down to his knees. Alonso swinging at every slider on the outside corner and beyond. It's just bad fundamental baseball, and they just got to start doing it. They just got to start doing it. And you know what? You had a really good September. I think they're 16-8 if they win today. It's a pretty good September. It would be all for nothing if you don't make the playoffs. It would suck, especially the last 100 games as well as they played. Putting yourselves in a position to have these games mean something. I mean, let's go. Let's get it done. And let's hope they do. We got about 8 minutes until game time. The game is on SNY. If you're not sure where it was at, it is on SNY. Once again, guys, game day will be quicker than the audio that I provide from the game. So make sure you understand that. I know sometimes people are watching but not really listening, and they're like, "What the heck happened?" You're trying to watch SNY, you're trying to watch the stream, all that fun stuff. But it will be quicker than the actual audio. So you might know the outcome prior to hearing it on the, listening to it. So it's going to be very fun. Again, I used to do these watch parties last year in 2022 on a daily basis. Basically, I probably did about 80 to 90 games watch party. I moved. It's been crazy. Time difference with work and all that. It's just been a lot to do. And, I'm still getting adjusted. So, again, during the playoffs, it's going to be all hands on deck. So I'm going to try to do it as much as possible going forward. So they're showing David Peterson right now, the last 3 starts, 5.17 ERA. We know he hasn't been good. I don't know what to expect from him, to be quite honest with you. You told me in the beginning of the season David Peterson was going to be a big part of this rotation. I probably would have slapped you and laughed at you. Right? We probably all would have had a good laugh. But he's been really good this year, except for 3 starts. We need him to step up. Severino did it. Manaya didn't. Quintana was good for 3.5 innings, 4 innings, but his pitch count, because of all the strikeouts, were up. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? We need Peterson to step. Somebody needs to step up here, right? Who is going to put their foot down and saying, I got you. I got you. Don't worry about it. Hasn't been anybody. Your 3 biggest games of the season, you lost all of them, and all of them you look lifeless in those games. Nobody stepped up from the pitching side or the offense side. Iglesias is getting his hits. Vientos is hitting home runs. That is it. And Lindor just came back. Let's see if Lindor can be the table setter here and get on base, and let's try to do some damage early here, because I think the important thing here is to score early. You score early, guys. I think you kind of make it easier for the Brewers just to let up a little bit. You didn't give them that opportunity to let up a little bit the last 2 nights. So what did you expect? You expect a team to do well and play baseball. But let's hope the Mets finally wake up and realize they're actually playing to make the playoffs. And if they don't do that, well, now we have a tougher scenario, right? Again, even if the Mets lose, it's not a doomsday on Monday. Because if the Mets lose and Diamondbacks lose, the Mets only have to win 1 game tomorrow. And again, if you're just tuning in, the scenario, best case scenario for us, win today, Diamondbacks lose today, we're in, Monday's irrelevant, and then we're talking about playoff baseball on Tuesday, staying in Milwaukee. The Mets will basically be there a whole week for playoff baseball. And the Mets haven't fared well against the Brewers, but in playoff baseball, you never know what can happen, right? We've faced the Cubs in 2015 that swept us in the season series, and we beat them, right? The Dodgers took, 4 out of 5 or whatever it was in 2015, and we beat them. So it comes down to just playing well. But we have to get there first. Can we get there? Well, I hope they can play baseball, because they haven't looked like they even wanted to play baseball these last 3 games. 1 against the Braves, 2 against the Brewers. When SNY comes back, I'm assuming they're going to start the game in a few minutes. It's 3:06. Sanders, yeah, Alonso, JD, and Nimmo. Like, these guys are in the lineup. These are the big bats in the lineup. They got to get going. No mistake about it. You're 100% right. You just hope somebody, again, I don't care who it is. I really don't. Would I love for those guys to get going? Absolutely. But just win. I don't care if it's the bottom of the order, top of the order, middle of the order. I don't care. Just get it done. Just get it done. So SNY is coming back. We got about a couple minutes until game time. I'm seeing what they're doing here, and I will put game day up. I'm going to start it up right now, and we'll be ready to go. Give me a second, guys. All right. All right. Here we go. So once the game starts, we will, I'll put the volume up, and you listen to the game, and we'll have instant reactions. The Brewers are 17-17 on stolen bases. The Mets haven't attempted 1 stolen base in the entirety of the season series. Like, that's got to change. Really got to change, because that's just ridiculous. It really is ridiculous, and who knows? Who knows what's going to happen, guys, right? I'm not going to say I'm confident. I'm not going to say that I think there's no chance. I think it's a little bit in between, to be quite honest with you. That's the way I feel. I feel like anything can happen. Would I be shocked if the Mets come out and win a ball game? No. Would I be shocked if they don't look good at all and lose? No. Like, that's where we are with this Mets team, because we don't know what Mets team we're going to get. Are we going to get a really good Mets team that we've seen over 100 games, or we're going to get the Mets of May or the Mets of the last 3 games? Couldn't tell you. Lugo, absolutely. We need it. Let's get this win, guys. Let's get this win. Let's go. Come on, guys. Let's get a Let's Go Mets chant in the chat. LGM in the chat. Let's go down the road right here on the stream. Let's get it done, guys. Let's get it done. Lulu, I'm glad it's your first watch party. I wish I'd done a lot more, but I haven't. But hopefully you enjoy it. Again, it is a lot of fun. You know, I interact with you guys a lot during the game because we're watching it together. You get to have all aspects of the game. You get to look at it on game day. You get my instant reactions, your instant reactions, and the audio of the game. It is a lot of fun. I mean, I think I did in 2022 like 100 games, and last year I think did about 80 something games. This year I probably did maybe 4 or 5 because the moving process, it was crazy. But hey, I'm here. We're here. Hopefully the Mets are here as well. That's right. Let's get that Let's Go Mets chant in the chat, guys. Let's bring it down in the comments section. Let's go. Let's go. We're behind this team. We've been with them all year through the bad times, the good times, the great times, the not so good times, and the downright embarrassing times. And it's time for them to show up. For once, please prove us wrong. Right? Please prove us wrong. And let's get it done. Chris is there in the chat right now, ready to go. 1 more minute until game time. Obviously, game day will start. Audio will come on. And we're ready for some Mets baseball. Game 160 of the season. Mets need to win. It's not a death sentence. It's not end all, win or go home. But it makes it a lot harder for them to make the playoffs if they lose today. They're showing 2022 where the Mets clinched the postseason berth in Milwaukee. Can be possible again. Obviously, they made the playoffs that year. They clinched. Didn't really celebrate, and we know how that ended. But good for them. That was nice. Now let's win. Let's win today. So 2022, they're showing, I don't know why they're doing a national anthem now. So they're not starting at 3:10, which is annoying because I don't know when these other teams are starting 3:05, 3:10. Let's see. That's annoying. So they're showing the lineup, guys, and I'm going to put up the volume now. Let me know in the comments if you can hear the volume clearly or at least good enough.
Back-to-back with starting Marte in the 6 and 7 holes as the Mets roll out as much of a veteran presence as they can against the right-hander Colin Ray.
We're going to try to point out a lot of the positives that the Mets have today. Colin Ray's had a really good year, but he's having a terrible September. 16 innings pitched in this month. He's allowed 15 earned runs.
All right, here we go. Game's about to start. Hit that like button, guys, and let's go Mets, guys. Let's go.
Shortstop Bowers at first base, and you're not going with Hoskins, and you're not going with Contreras in the starting lineup.
No Contreras, no Hoskins. You got Adames and Chourio in there, and I wouldn't be shocked if Adames and Chourio come out of the game if the Mets do damage.
Francisco Alvarez did not start yesterday.
Come on.
Back on Friday night. He did come
Loud and clear. I love it. So it's a little bit of a delay. It's 2 minutes past start time.
I was just saying, I find it interesting that Carlos Mendoza has his jersey on today. Usually he has a coat on, but change it up. I like it. Did you know he was number 64? I had no idea.
When he did his
All right, there's some games starting already. The Mets haven't started yet. Diamondbacks, Padres, top of the first.
On the other, Carlos switched sides with Keith today, just trying to switch the boys up.
Here we go. Gary, Keith and Ron switching in the booth, changing it up. They talked about Carlos Mendoza usually doesn't wear his jersey, wearing his jersey today. Very interesting. Still waiting for the game. I'm not sure what's going on. And Lindor's coming up to the plate. Here we go, guys. Mets Brewers, game 160. Oh, boy.
Ready to go. And has a pitch combination before he can throw the first pitch. You know, they scheduled the last Sunday of the season for every team in Major League Baseball to start at the same time. Now they can.
Wouldn't be the last.
Here's some Let's Go Mets chants.
Colin Ray, when you watch him pitch, he's talking about the tremendous year he's had. He's a guy that can retire you on very little pitches. Got a good sinking fastball cutter and a sweeping breaking ball.
Mets have never had much luck against Ray. 3 career starts at 1.40 ERA. He pitched the 3rd game of the series.
And they're giving him a pitch clock violation. It's going to start 1-0.
Pitch clock violation.
All right.
Before he throws his first pitch of the
Good
game.
start.
So maybe that's a good sign.
That's all we're doing. It's looking for good signs.
Door in 15 career games in this ballpark has an OPS over 1,000. Now Ray pitch clock in place, ready to throw his first pitch, a 1-0 pitch. And the Door takes it for a strike, and now we're really underway.
Let's go. Let's get a win. So the pitcher was called for a pitch clock violation for the first pitch, so it's 1-1.
Padres just underway in Phoenix. Braves a few minutes from starting at home against Kansas City. And the fastball away from Bray, 2 balls and strike.
This is one of the good decisions that Major League Baseball decided upon a while ago now. Every team the last day of the season starts at the same time. I think it's a wonderful thing.
Good eye, good eye.
3 balls and a strike.
It's a little delayed, guys. It's about about a pitch behind. But yes, Lindor walks. Thank you, Jonathan.
So many different times.
That's
Good start. Come on. Let's go.
2011 was so spectacular. It was because things happened at different times. Well, so they decided that everybody should play at the same time, so that could never happen again. That's a leadoff base runner. And Jose Iglesias, who set a career high last night, hitting a 19th consecutive game, hitting .417 over the 19 games. And Lindor takes off first pitch. The first second.
There we go. All right, Frankie. There we go. Somebody came to play today. Still second. Come on.
This is what the Mets are going to do. They're going to go full throttle here in this last ball game.
That is the first stolen base attempt for the Mets against the Brewers this year. The Brewers, on the other hand, are 17 for 17 against the Mets. 1-0 to Iglesias.
All right, come on.
30-30 after 28 steal, but good to see that he felt well enough to take off.
I just love the aggressive start. Go take this ball game.
Ray has been acceptable to the steal. He's now given up 14 and 16 tries this year. And this is inside. Falls behind Iglesias.
All right, come on.
This is kind of the way it's been going for Ray. September has been awful. 8.44 ERA this month. Dropped to the bullpen for his last.
He's never been close to these types of innings. 162 innings pitched coming into this start, so maybe weary from the long year.
He had a great season until he started to fade in September. He's second on the Brewers in innings pitched this year. Stalwart on it. It's ball to the left side. So Iglesias.
All right, come on.
It's just barely nips Iglesias at first base. Oil the waters down.
Did he take his time and lollygag there? You know, Iglesias hustles down that line. That was a close play that shouldn't have been. You know, again, though, the Mets had runner at second base in the series a few times. They have not been able to kind of have those situational ABs where you can get a run without getting a hit.
Last night they had a lot to at second, but nobody out of the second could move them. They had Marte lead off double at fifth, got him to third, but couldn't get him in.
And usually Iglesias is good at handling the bat. I'm surprised he did not get the run.
All right, Brandon, first pitch hitting. That's a run. All right, 1-0 Mets. There we go. There we go. Yes. Hey. Hey, we scored first. All right. Come on. Hallelujah. Keep it going, guys. Come on. There we go. We needed one guy to get going. That's Brandon Nimmo. First pitch swinging. There you go. Right up the middle. Took a book out of the Brewers. Basic single.
If it doesn't hit the mound, that's a close play in the plate.
What? You know Lindor's back hurting, but he balls to the wall. Come on, Mark. Let's go.
Now Mark Vientos swings and misses with a slider, 0-1.
Westport, I don't know if he's healthy, but he's playing hard.
A little bit of a hesitation. And watch him, he crawls all the way. I was just watching this. It's a great slide. And he couldn't get up there for a second. He just crawled to Vientos, who gave him his arm and helped him up.
Well, this is the thing that Francisco has said about this back issue that he's dealing with. It's okay when the pain comes momentarily and goes the way he expects that. It's when the pain lingers that he has concern, and then it's harder to play. 1-1 to Vientos. He liked one.
Nothing you can do there. What a hard hit ball. God damn it.
scorching line drive.
What are you going to do there, guys?
The shadow for the second out. Well, this was a bullet. Left of your screen. Reaction. The last two hitters have
Come on, Pete.
very hard against.
You got a home run in you? Let's go.
Now the Vientos line out. 2 out. Here's Pete Alonso. And here's Lindor, mind you, mostly crawling there on all fours. Get a helping hand up. Alonso 1 for 7 in this series. It went first with 2 down, 1 in. And he takes fastball for a strike, 1-1. Well, Lindor was able to steal second. He was able to score from second on a base hit. Clearly not 100%, but he's able to do the things that needed him to do offensively. Defensively, he struggled on Friday night in his return. DH yesterday. We'll see how he fares in the field today. One to Alonso with JD Martinez due up next. He takes a slider down, 2 balls and a strike. Colin Ray, now 34 years old, spent a couple of years in Japan at 21 and 22 before coming back to the States last year. And he has been a big piece for the Brewers this year, although struggling lately. Last time out with 4 innings against Arizona, gave up 3 runs. You know, they traded Corbin Burns. They lost Brandon Woodruff. They lost some of their best pitching. Wade Miley got hurt. It's almost like the land of the misfit toys, the pitchers that they have. We've all accepted. Tobias Myers, we saw him yesterday as the Bolt starter. He's had a great year. Dylan runs. Lots of swings and misses.
I like the Mets being aggressive on the base path. Nimmo steals second. Full count to Alonso. Here we go.
Being caught a single time. Well, they're not. They're going to put the pedal to the metal here, and then they've made their choices here in this game that they're going to make it happen. And I agree. Be aggressive. Don't sit back on your heels. So runner in scoring position for Alonso.
Come on, Pete.
For Rank keeping Nimmo close at second base. He takes a slider well out of the strike, so 3-2. They've been featuring that pitch against Pete this entire series.
There you go. Pete laying off that slider.
Off the plate. He's not been able to lay off. He did there, 2-2. We'll just tied Alonso for the club lead with 88 runs batted in. Pete trying to leapfrog back in front and get Nimmo home from second base. Three-two coming.
All right. Good job, Pete. All right. First and second, 2 outs. 1-0 Mets. JD coming up. We already see Brandon Nimmo, who was struggling, getting a RBI single. Alonso with a nice walk. Laid off a couple of those pitches he's been swinging at. Damn, we got to get JD Martinez going. Come on.
Games like this, and yes, he's over his last 35, but he did have some decent at-bats in the opening game of the series, and he's going to get a crack at it. I'm just looking at this inning, right? They compromised Lindor. He gets on with a walk and steals a base. You're looking for someone to get a hit who hasn't gotten a hit. Nimmo gets an RBI hit. Alonso walks to get on base. Keep the line moving. Now it's JD's turn. Question mark as to how long the Brewers are going to go with Colin Ray today. Whether they're going to use it just as a 2-0.
All right, so it's a mound visit right now.
Not put him on the wild card roster.
Mets are winning 1-0, top of the first. They got first and second, 2 outs. JD Martinez coming up. The very, very struggling JD Martinez.
Last night, except Trevor McGill, who worked Friday night. All those guys who worked yesterday are definitely out of the picture for today.
Come on.
For Carlos Mendoza, who use anybody he has to. 2 out. Here's Martinez. And JD takes the next one.
Didn't get that call.
Generous strike call by Lance Merritt, the home plate umpire. Yebo at second, Alonso at first with 2 down. And JD takes that one a little bit wide. Long strike.
A lot of pitches from Ray. He is not zoning in.
Team is trying to avoid a dubious Mets record. Longest over for a bench position player in their history is over 37 by Ray Ordonez.
The second time he's disengaged.
I don't think Devils can steal third. 1-1 to Martinez. And that's outside. So he's hooking that fastball. It's 2-1.
I think what Chief was talking about is that Ray's not sure what he wants to throw. He's just confused. Yeah, and he just doesn't feel. He's had a tough September, and he is not comfortable.
Ah.
It's the first time Martinez has ever faced Ray in a regular season game. And he got a good swing of that fastball. Back to it, too.
And you saw the grimace and facial expression out of J.D. Martinez right there. That was a pitch to hit, and he fouled it back.
Diamondbacks got 2 hits in the first inning, but did not score against Martin Paris. Second inning in Arizona. Score. Diamondbacks were shut out last night. 5 balls center field. Perkins giving ground. They'll have room in the warning track.
All right, so Jay Martinez got some warning trap power to center, but the Mets only get 1 run out of that. 24 pitches thrown from Rhea. David Peterson's coming out with a 1-0 lead. Oh boy, and I know the internet's a little fuzzy right now, but hoping it stays around and works out. Should be good. But right now, Mets lead 1-0. They at least got a run on the board. Showed a little life offensively. Good at bats. JD Martinez hit the ball hard once again. Even in the first game, he did hit the ball hard, but the results aren't there. But he is putting better swings together. That's one thing for sure. But it's only 1 run. Now we got to see if David Peterson can do his job at this point. So once again, guys, thank you for tuning in to Mets Watch Party on the channel. Hit that like button, guys, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't as of yet. Be with you through the entire game. And then about 10 minutes after the watch party, I'll do a post-game solo to wrap everything up for you guys. And we can comment on the series, the game, what is the outcome of where the Mets are at after today. Again, Mets win, Diamondbacks lose. Mets clinch playoff berth. Mets win, Diamondbacks win. Mets got to win 1 game tomorrow. Mets lose, Diamondbacks lose. They still got to win 1 game tomorrow. Mets lose, Diamondbacks win. Mets have to win both games tomorrow. So, hopefully, with the easier path, and that would be for Mets win, Diamondbacks loss, and we can rest easy until Tuesday. Just looking at, and Arizona didn't score. They had first and second with 1 out. Didn't score in the bottom of the second. Bottom of the first. So, no score in Arizona. Going to the top of the second. So, Brewers are coming up. Mets got a 1-0 lead. Mets were aggressive on the base pad. Lindor steals the base. Nimmo steals the base. Nimmo gets an RBI single, bringing home Lindor. And we're going to the bottom of the first with Peterson coming on the mound. 1-0 Mets. Here we go, guys.
16 with 2 homers. Nice one. He's not in the lineup.
Race to rank was a huge pest against the Mets on Friday night. 3 for 4, 3 stolen bases. Takes first fastball for strike with David Peterson.
And he really impressed me with his at-bats off of Manaea. Very tough left-hander.
Well, the one thing that has characterized this Brewers offense this year, other than the stolen bases, is that they're an extremely patient team. They have the 29th swing rate in the league, so they swing less than all but 1 team, and they have the 3rd lowest chase rate. They hit a lot of ground balls. They use a lot of speed to get infield hits, and it's worked for Pat Murphy in his first year as Brewers. Slapped to third.
Yeah, oh, nice play by Mark. Got him. All right, Mark. Good job. Good pick by Alonso. Good job.
Tremendous play of both ends. The Vientos for the stop and then the recovery. And Alonso with the pick. And they get to rank for the first down.
Who was it that said that Vientos was to be a liability at third base? He has just been absolutely solid.
Nice pick by Alonso. 1 out.
Smooth. That is a fine play.
One out. Here's Jackson Churio. Now the 20-year-old rookie takes a strike. 0-1. Churio 3 for 9 in the series.
We need a quick inning from
Friday night against Harris Bader, where the Mets were trying to
quick inning from Peterson here, man.
the base loaded, and Churio went to the left field fence, made a spectacular play, and just got a sac fly out of it. But it would have gotten a whole lot more had it not been for this kid's play.
I hate those damn base hits. Throws a good pitch, and you don't get nothing out of it. Damn it. It's been like the entire series getting these infield hits.
Beautiful play here. Oh boy, he almost couldn't get it. He was playing on the cut of the grass. Beautiful pitch by Pete. And didn't have a chance to get the backhand. Yeah, it was hit so hard. He had to catch it off his right leg without the backhand.
All right, come on.
There's Willie Adames. Adames is going to be a free agent after this season. He's having a fantastic year. But this could be his last regular season game with the Brewers. Meanwhile, in Atlanta, Michael Massey hit a 3-run homer at the top of the first off Charlie Morton. Royals got in front of the Braves 3-0. And the dirt blocked nicely by Alvarez.
All right, Francisco. That's the way you got to block those pitches.
Attention to detail by Alvarez there. Impressive.
See, Royals score. Still batting at the top of the first against Morton after Massey's 3-run home.
Morton can throw up those filter balls.
The Braves result is less important to the Mets today than the Diamondbacks result. Mets need a win and the Diamondbacks lost to clinch a postseason berth today. 2-0 to Adames. And that pitch misses.
Just missing the zone there at the top of the zone.
Success, 2 strikes back against the Phillies. Getting strikes with high fastballs.
Mania as well. They both wrote it to success. This club has laid off both Mania and Early against Peterson.
4 pitch walk to Adames. Brooks 2 out of order.
Customer, you're pitching. Defense first. Please.
All right, come on.
Okay, City defense. Alvarez back behind the plate. That's nice to see. Iglesias, Lindor. Nice to see Lindor out there. That's the starting lineup there in your veteran outfield. You've got Tyrone Taylor, who's just done a terrific job in September. A good defensive outfield. I was just saying that sometimes you got to know your customer. This team takes the chase out of play. So you got to let them put the ball in play on the ground.
Jake Bauer is getting his first start in the series. Came off the bench last night, went 1 for 2.
Yeah, he's giving a little bit outside of the plate, but not giving up in the zone right now, the umpire. As long as he's consistent, I don't care.
Extensively for the Yankees last year. A nice season for Milwaukee in a part-time run.
Keep that on the outside corner. All right, Padres scored first. 1-0 Padres.
Lead 1-0.
Well, it's a tough second half. As the young right-hander Mets roughed him up in Phoenix.
Elias Diaz drove in the run for San Diego.
Oh, where's that pitch? Come on.
He called that pitch a strike twice, and they didn't give it to him there. Peterson thought he had strike 3.
Churio at second, Adames at first with 1 out. Bowers grounds one down to first. Alonso goes to second, gets the out there, and Lindor will hang on to it. So they get the
wasn't hit hard enough anyway.
Second out. Churio.
We got the force at second. Come on, David.
So now Eric Haas.
Yeah, that's all. I don't care if he calls a strike 5 feet out of the zone. As long as he calls it for both teams and consistent, I don't care. It's up to the players to adjust at that point.
It was last year. He was playing the Tigers, and he had a 2-home run game against the Mets. 31-year-old native of Detroit. First fastball foul, 0-1.
He hasn't seen a lot of at-bats here in the Brewers, but he's done fine when he's been in there.
Last year playing for the Tigers and the Guardians, he hit just 201, 286 this year in 63 at-bats. Carrying 3 catchers for a good portion of the season here with Gary Sanchez mostly DHing. Today is the DH away, and it's one of the Hawks.
So this umpire looks like he calls the outside and inside off the plate a little bit, up a little bit in the zone, up in the zone, and down in the zone. He's just not calling them. Which sucks because Peterson is an up and down type pitcher. So we'll see what happens.
And the curveball, this is down. 2 balls and strike. So beating the pressure brought to you by Coors Light, most postseason berths since 2008. We were right up there with the Dodgers, the Cardinals, the Braves. It's been 6 times in the last 7 years now that we were in the postseason.
Nice pitch.
4 times in the
All right, come on.
49 years.
Yeah, it's going now, but still for a small market team, and by some measures the smallest market team, that is quite an extraordinary accomplishment. There's David Stearns, who's now the Mets president of baseball operations, responsible for a lot of that success here at Milwaukee. But it has survived him.
What's up, Sean?
Down that pitch clock, down on the nub, and just gets in the way of time.
And come out with the slider. Got out of that inning. David Peterson puts up a 0 in the bottom of the first. Mets lead 1-0 going to the top of the second. Update on San Diego. They are winning 1-0 in the bottom of the second. So far, so good for the Mets. Long way to go, though, guys. But I'm here. You're here. And we're getting to bite our nails together. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? I'm chugging some water right now. Ugh. Killing me. So once again, guys, we had a pregame show earlier. Me and Chris doing a watch party. About 5 to 10 minutes after the watch party, I will be live on the postgame solo. Chris is going to be traveling back home. So win or lose, I'll be here in the postgame about 10 minutes after the watch party. So make sure you tune in right for that. But you don't have to go anywhere, guys. After the watch party ends, it's going to redirect you to the post-game show. So you don't have to go anywhere. Just hang out, talk amongst yourselves for about 5-10 minutes in the chat, and the post-game will start around that time, about 10 minutes after the game, and we're ready to go. And we'll talk about the game, win or lose. So once again, after the watch party, there will be a post-game. You guys don't have to go anywhere. All you got to do is stay on the stream, and it'll redirect you to the post-game show. And you guys just got to sit back, relax, and wait for my ugly mug to come on the post-game show. And hopefully, talking about a Mets win and hopefully a Mets clinch of the playoffs. Here we go, guys. Mets, top of the second, 1-0. San Diego is leading 1-0 in the bottom of the second in Arizona.
More guns are stolen from parked cars and trucks than from anywhere else. Don't be a victim. You must leave your gun in a parked car.
Sorry, guys. The MLB app is a little slower, and it's about a few pitches slower. Here we go. Oh, Marte tries the bunts. Oh, that's a nice play by the pitcher. Good idea by Marte. I like that idea. Not a bad idea. Just a good play by the pitcher. A lot of aggressiveness by the Mets, and I like it. Playing smart baseball here.
Not even close. Nice play by Ray. Not in the third inning, Padres 1, Diamondbacks nothing. Diamondbacks were shut out as well. It was 5 of their last 6. They were shut out on 2 hits last night. They were scoreless until the 9th. They brought an AJ
Westport, absolutely.
who would allow 1 run in 27 innings as a Diamondback, and he gave it back-to-back home runs to Kazagashioka and Brandon Lockridge, his first big league home run.
So I don't know if this is an anticipation of what might happen in the future for Colin Ray, or because he's been struggling, but he's come out here with no one on and hit you for the stretch.
Alvarez over 2 in this series.
All right, Frankie, good job. There you go. There you go. Not trying to do too much. Not doing too much. I like that.
That's their second of the day against Red.
All right, Taylor, let's go.
It's amazing how quickly he bounced back from that problem on Friday night. I mean, he was in agony when they scraped him on third base.
To be 22 years old.
There's Cyril Taylor batting ninth in the order. Everyone has carved himself out in every role on this team. Started last night. Harrison Bader got the start at center, but Taylor's been in there more days than not. For 5 in this series, back in his old haunts at Milwaukee, where he played for 5 years. And he pulls one down third.
Another solid at bat. Good defense.
Joey Ortiz is probably going to be the shortstop for the Brewers next year. Makes a spectacular play here on the backhand.
Oh, that ball came up, too.
Nice play.
That could have been second and third or one out. Nothing you can do there. Good defense.
Ortiz acquired from the Orioles and the Corbin Burns deal, and that's turned out to be a big piece for them. So Taylor at first, let's see if he's flying to run. Lindor at the plate. He's already stolen 2 bases against Ray. Checks out Taylor. Everyone has stolen 10 bases in 12 tries this year. Lindor walked to lead off the game, stole second, came home on Nicholas base hit. That's the run on the board so far. 104th run scored for Lindor this year. That's 5th in the National League. He takes it inside 1-0. All the MVP talk, now it's just about winning games. Because Shohei Ohtani is going to win the MVP, and he has an outside chance today of becoming the first Triple Crown winner in the National League since 1937. We figured
All right, Frankie.
If Luis Ariz goes 0-4,
I agree, Duran. I think he should slow days.
He wins the batting time. So he basically needs 3 more hits than Ariz today. We don't know if Ariz can play full game for the Padres. So it's 2-0 for postseason. Taking outside, it's 3-0 to Lindor. With Jose Iglesias on deck.
Give him a hit sign.
You know, Tony's hitting like 700 the last 2 weeks.
26 for 39.
Unbelievable. Crazy. Unbelievable. See if Lindor swings here. He takes it to strike 3-1.
Now he's giving that outside pitch still. See, he didn't change it up, though. He's still consistent with that outside pitch to batter. So, not going to kill him yet. Come on, Frankie.
3-1 coming to Lindor.
Oh, he missed that pitch.
Make more events members at City Field with a 2025 season ticket membership. For information, visit Mets.com/memberships. Now Taylor will be running. Bauer's going to play behind him now. 3-2 coming. Lindor gets a breaking ball and flies out to left. All to the sunshine.
All right, so the Mets don't score there. Going to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Mets. Update is on the bottom of your screen. San Diego's leading Arizona 1-0 top of the third. KC's beating Arizona 3-0 in the top of the second. And again, everybody's kind of looking into Atlanta and KC helping us out. We don't want KC to win now. Like, honestly, you want Atlanta to win because that secures that number 2 spot for them. And technically, these games don't have to be played tomorrow if the Mets win and Diamondbacks lose. So we're trying to avoid playing meaningful games on Monday. Because if the Braves win and we win, regardless, at least one of those games are going to matter tomorrow unless the Diamondbacks lose. Because I don't think the Mets and the Braves are going to play for seeding. I think they're just going to go with the season series. Braves won 6-5. The hell with the other 2 games. Mets get the 3 seed, stay in Milwaukee. And again, Manfred decides if they're going to play those games, but the teams can forfeit if they want to. So, and they have to be smart, not worrying about that seeding, because if they get the second wild card, they're going to fly from Milwaukee to the West Coast to play San Diego. So it's a little crazy, but it is what it is. So I'm going to keep on changing the scores in the innings on the bottom. It's going to the bottom of the third now in Arizona. And now they're going to the bottom of the second in Atlanta. KC up 3-0 still. So far, so good for the Mets front. They're winning 1-0. And they're also having some help at the moment. So we'll see if that continues. Once again, guys, make sure you hit on that like button. We're going to the bottom of the second. Mets winning 1-0. Again, game day is about 2 pitches ahead of the actual action. So we're about 2 pitches ahead from the game itself on the audio and game day.
Maple Grove, Minnesota.
Sounds very Rockwell inspired.
Geraldo, hey, buddy.
Yeah, Bob Gibson's alma mater. Great University in Omaha. Originally drafted by the Rockies. He's had just 13 big league at-bats. I didn't feel him in the game last night. But his at-bat might have been the crucial one for Jose Quintana last night. Quintana was rolling right along. He had 2 out and 2 wide. He faced Collins and he walked him. And then Joey Ortiz dumped a single in the center and driving 2, and that was basically it. High, now it's 2-2 to Collins. 2-0 game until the Brewers broke it open with 4 in the 8th against the Mets bullpen. And Collins bounced 1 foul outside third.
Collins is a switch hitter, much better from this side of the plate. Has lots of speed.
So does everybody in this lineup. Like Perkins more speed. Gary Sanchez behind him, no speed.
Where are your shadows in the sunlight?
Well, in dome stadiums, the sun hits very differently because you got the shadow of the big roof, which lies across the field. And then there are the windows behind first base that provide that dappling sunshine that you see in foul territory. In the dirt, Alvarez stops at 3-2.
My memory of those World Series games, like when Pittsburgh was in it, and they would have the same kind of shadows right across the field for those day games.
Back in Three Rivers, with the Coliseum style stadium.
Oh, we got that outside pitch. There you go. We'll take it.
Second strike down for David, went down to the second.
Giving those few inches off the plate on both sides. He's been consistent, the umpire. That's all we ask for.
Just how good David Peterson is at holding runners on. It's part of the game that he puts a lot of thought into. In fact, Jeremy Hefner said he has never seen a pitcher care just as much as Peterson does about holding runners on, that he will spend time watching video on every single base runner on the opposition to make sure he has a full understanding of what he's up against. Now, he's got a lot of different weapons to hold the base runners on. But the one thing that Hefner said maybe the most important is something that seems very simplistic, and it's just altering his head movement. That there will be times to look over at first base and throw to first, other times to look at first and throw home. Just a little something that keeps the hitters off balance, getting off balance enough that multiple opportunities in the first, this Brewers team was so prolific against the bases didn't even attempt.
Thank you for that report, Steve. We appreciate you pulling yourself away from the green for just a few moments.
Gary, I'm not even paying attention to what's going on.
All right, it's 9-7 Jets with 10 to go to the 4th quarter. Nope. See? Microphone's off. He's back to the Jets already.
No, but this is the game.
He went. Oh.
Standing in front of that green railing just to give him a sense of being there today.
Steve, they're going to cut your mic if you get the chest.
I didn't do it.
Hey, Steve was here yesterday. We were all, basking in the sunshine. Perkins takes it high, so a second straight full count for Peterson against another switch hitter who's much better right-hand hitter than left. Working 0-4 the series. The guy you don't want to walk. With his speed. And he misses ball 4, so there's the second walk for David.
They just do not go out of the strike zone. As a team, it's amazing.
I've been impressed. Pretty lay off that high. They did it with our 9. And they've done it with Peterson thus far. So now Gary Sanchez DHing for the 3rd straight day. And a home run on Friday night. 1 for 6 in the series. There's the snap throw by Peterson. And Perkins able to get back. Perkins has 23 steals this year. He's been 5 times. Sanchez has spent a brief period of time as a bat last year. Was it 3 at-bats? Ray moved on to San Diego, and now he's been an important piece for Milwaukee as a part-time catcher, part-time DH. He's skies one out to shallow right center. On his Marte.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's the collision with Taylor, a step behind him. And that's the second out. Take ball.
All right, come on, David, let's go.
He's a good smile that time.
He was capped.
This problem is Taylor goes too much ground.
Hey, Taylor, this was his team, so original team. So he wants to do above and beyond.
Joey Ortiz, who had a big hit for the Brewers yesterday. And he takes that ball straight. Ortiz 1 for 7 in the series, but he had 3 RBIs in the game last night. 2 runs, single on the base, loaded walk. I guess Reed Garrett in the 8th. Garrett had a really rough time. That's the ball right side. This is right side.
All right. 2 innings down. Mets still lead 1-0. Give you a little update on the game. Right now, Atlanta is still losing 3-0. It's going to be the top of the 3rd, and it's still the bottom of the 3rd in Arizona. And they do have a guy on base with 1 out. So I'm going to update everything for you, and we'll be ready to go. Once again, guys, don't forget to please hit that like button, guys. Crucial, crucial, crucial. Hit that like button. Sorry, guys. I know I'm freezing a little bit, but a lot's going on today. I got games on. I got everything going on here. So Arizona got a man on second with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. Padres are up 1-0. So far, so good. Everything's working in the Mets' favor, but we need more damn runs. Peterson has put up zeros in 2 consecutive innings. Got to get it done. Just got to get it done. Please get it done. And I know the Wi-Fi is going to be a little shaky. I get it. I understand. I apologize. But we're going to work through it. We're going to fight through it, guys. And don't forget, guys, you don't have to go anywhere after the watch party. It's going to take you right to the post-game show after the stream is over, about 5 to 10 minutes after the game is over. The stream will take you to the post-game show. You don't have to move. So once you get moved over to the post-game show, hit that like button early, and we're going to get a ton of people in the stream. Win or lose, we will be there. So we're going to the top of the 3rd, 1-0 Mets. Padres are winning 1-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. Arizona has 2 outs with a man on second, and they're going to the top of the 3rd in Atlanta. Kansas City's winning 3-0. All right, Iglesias is coming up. And here we go. Top of the 3rd, 1-0 Mets.
Jets game on that YouTube channel. Here's my back row, Jets 10-9. Here 1-0 New York as we start the 3rd. They say Iglesias grinded to short his first time up.
And that's a 28th game in. Woo! Base hit, Iglesias to lead it off.
The first 20 games straight.
Just stays level on that high pitch, up and away.
Arizona didn't score in the bottom of the third. Top of the fourth, 1-0 San Diego. 20-game hit streak for Jose Iglesias. Amazing.
Season, especially in today's game. Singles.
Come on, guys.
So hard to come by.
Let's get some runs.
Right, Brandon Dillon would run in this game from the second to center field. We're in the third now in Atlanta. Royals 3, Braves nothing. They're in the fourth now in Phoenix. Padres 1, Diamondbacks nothing. Strickland at the plate, nothing too. Of course, everybody's up in the air about whether the Mets have to go to Atlanta tomorrow to play 1 or 2 games. The commissioner's office has discretion if the Mets and Braves will clinch today to say that those games don't need to be played. However, if they were to make that decision, the Padres and the Brewers would be up in arms, and rightly so. I mean, those two teams would be hosting playoff series against whoever survives in this 3-for-2 spot wildcard chase on Tuesday, and it is in their great best interest for the Mets and Braves to play those 2 games tomorrow, regardless. And in terms of teams using personnel, as Nicholas points out, also in terms of the foul that is going to be involved.
I mean, their thought is we played 162, everyone should play 162. I get it.
And they're not wrong.
I get it.
And honestly, my belief is that the reason that the commissioner's office has not told anybody what they plan to do is because they're hoping that the situation resolves itself and they don't have to make any decision.
That's 100%.
Vientos was robbed of a hit on a great play by Adames on the line to short his first out, and it takes fastball down for ball 1. So we'll see. I mean, if the Mets win and the Diamondbacks lose, the Mets are in, and then they just have to know whether they're staying here in Milwaukee or going to Atlanta. There goes the runner. Swing a grounder to short, and Adames selected in the first minute.
Still aggressive on the base hits. He took us out of the double play. 2 outs with a runner in scoring position.
Of course, guys, the man that this means more to than probably anybody is Edgar Suero, the Mets traveling secretary, who's got a plan for all potential possibilities. He's got hotel rooms booked in San Diego, in Atlanta, and yes, still in Milwaukee tonight. Told me that everybody thinks we checked out of our hotel in Milwaukee, but we have not. And if the Mets have to stay here, everybody will get their same room that they were just in.
Lots of
Come on, Pete.
Well, there are several interesting features to all of this. One is that if the Mets don't have to go to Atlanta, then they will be the 6th seed and they'll play Brewers, so they'll have to stay here. Second one is, and this is really an oddity that I wish didn't exist, is that there's every incentive for San Diego Padres to lose their game today to the Diamondbacks. They have another game to win. And if Arizona wins, it throws the thing into chaos and forces the Mets and Braves to play the 2 games tomorrow. And you don't ever want a team that incentive to lose. That's right. It's not good for the integrity.
And Alonso strikes out to end the top of the third. Still 1-0 Mets going to the bottom of the first. Top of the fourth in Arizona. San Diego still leads 1-0. It is the bottom of the third in Atlanta, and it's still 3-0 Kansas City. So we're going to update you guys right now with the scores. So once again, guys, we are going to the bottom of the third. Mets lead 1-0. San Diego leads 1-0 in Arizona in the top of the fourth. Kansas City's leading 3-0 against Atlanta in the bottom of the fourth. So far, everything's looking good for the Mets, but still very early to have a decision. And again, it's going to be crazy because, Gary just brought it up. If the Padres lose and the Diamondbacks win and the Mets win, the Mets will have to play those 2 games because of seeding purposes. So it's crazy, guys. There's so many scenarios. It's just insane right now. It's just really insane. But I'd rather just have Arizona lose, Mets win, and decision over. So, once again, guys, we got about a little over 70 in the chat right now. Hit that like button if you're just coming in. If you're a new subscriber or a new person to the channel, hit that subscribe button, guys. And let's cheer on our team for game 160. Could be the final game of the season. Might not be the game of the last game of the season. We will figure it out, and we will see. But the bottom of the third is coming up. Mets lead 1-0. Peterson on the mound. Yeah, Alonso. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm speechless. I am. All right, here we go, guys.
Leads off. Takes a fastball for a strike. Rang Rob hit on a fine play by Vientos his first time up. A lot of terrific defense played on both sides early in this game. Flying out to center. Taylor's right there waiting for it. Sunshine and into the shadow.
Braves hit a home run in the bottom of the fourth. It is 3-1 Kansas City.
The dapple from the pains, from the window pains, I don't think it had that much effect. Really, what the big effect is the ball's coming out of the shadow. The main line cutting across then comes into light,
which is very unusual because normally the way the shadows fall, the pitcher throws from sunlight to shadow,
right?
Not vice versa.
I would rather have what is here, the ball coming from shadow to sunlight, than vice versa. Can't be easy on Taylor and Nimmo and left either. Yeah. Took that toe.
Churio wrestling the short back and play by Lindor.
All right, nice pick, 2 outs. I like it.
Shellen is just over for Braves. So Kansas City 3 and Atlanta 1. So back at the bottom of the third.
Braves do a nice job when they acquire veteran help, when they have injuries. They always seem to get optimum performance. Urshela, great defensive player.
Mike, we're trying.
Of course, their most veteran position player, Travis Darno. Yeah, and big hit last night, walk-off form in the bottom of the ninth. Ball in for a strike to Willie Adames. Adames walked his first time up. 2 walks for Peterson. He's looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the day. And that curveball
nice pitch.
Strike quickly over 2. Peterson has thrown more strikes in this inning. Do that against the Brewers team that just doesn't chase. That one, did he swing? He did not. Whereas wisely chased it to the backstop just in case they got the swing and strike ball.
Well, you can see the shadow kind of that Nimmo's casting. The sun is off to his left.
Got the sub-legs in the hat, which means you don't have to think it's much of an issue. 1-2 coming. And it's a twirler back to Peterson.
All right. Nice 1-2-3 inning for David Peterson in the bottom of the third. Mets coming up in the top of the fourth. 1-0 Mets. San Diego is still in the top of the fourth, up a run in Arizona. And Atlanta is losing 3-1 in the bottom of the third. Gio Urshela hit a solo home run. The Braves have a man on first with nobody out. Yeah, Peterson, that was nice. He was throwing strikes in that inning. When he throws strikes, he's hard to hit because he can use his other pitches, so much more effectively. So, good job by him. Put up a 0. Let's get some more runs, guys. Peterson's pitching well right now. I keep on saying this. Let the Brewers make the decision for the Brewers. You can score a couple of more runs. Adames is going to come out of the game. Churios is going to come out of the game. Probably by the 5th or 6th inning. Get him out of the ball game. Make the decision for them. That's the key right there. So, San Diego didn't score in the top of the fourth. Going to the bottom of the fourth. 1-0 San Diego. A lot going on today, guys. A lot going on. But that's okay. We would not want it any other way, right, guys? Why do we want it easy? We don't want it easy, guys. So once again, guys, we got 80 in the chat right now. Thank you for tuning in to the Mets Watch Party. Game 160 of the season. Could be the last game of the season for the Mets. If scenario works out that the Mets win, Arizona loses, and we call it a season, and the Mets make the playoffs. And we'll be heading to Arizona. I'm sorry, not assuming. They'll be staying in Milwaukee. Sorry, I've been saying Arizona so much over the last couple of days. And Westport 100%. Ex-Yankees, give it and take it away 100%. But that's okay. So JD Martinez is leading off the top of the fourth. Let's see if the Mets can put some damn runs on the board and give Peterson a bit more of a better cushion. Come on, guys.
1-0 New York. JD Martinez leads off against Colin Ray. Martinez fouls back the first pitch, cutter 0-1. The fly one to deep center field his first time up. 0 for his last 36. Martinez, Marte, and Alvarez, the Mets.
I just feel like if Martinez gets a hit, he's just going to start feeling better. Like, it's tough to be that much of an offer.
Sinker. 0-2.
He's got a good sinker going on.
Agreed, Todd.
It's a hard sinker.
With 2 coming. It's a way. 2 strikes. Marte next. Alvarez behind him. It's got their run in the first inning. A demo RBI single.
All right, come on.
Stop. 2-2. So Steve Cohen is here. He was here Friday. He flew back home to New York to attend his 50th high school reunion. Great night last night. He's back here, hoping for a potential pitcher. JD lays on slider, and it's 3-2. Steve was here 2 years ago when the Mets clinched a postseason berth. That was in the locker room celebration.
Just hoping he has to use a poncho at some point today.
Now ball behind.
Hey, he got hit. He got a double. Yeah. All right. There we go. Thank you, third base bag. You helped us twice in a week and a half. Yeah. Woo. That's it. He's going to go like 10 for 10 now. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Thank you, third base. He wasn't going to get him out anyway. No way. Thank you, third base bag. Lead off double. There we go. Come on. Look at JD hustling. 36 old legs. Shit. Come on, Starling. Let's go.
Hit his first time up. It was thrown out by Ray. You got to do the little things here in games of this importance. Push a bunt to the right side. It might beat Bowers at first base. And he thinks about it and takes it inside. Ball is right. Now, this was before by Alvarez on the steal by Brad Price and Stott. That could have tied the game and gotten down the line, but nope, right off the bat.
I've never seen that. Say so, but Paul Newman movie. Someone out there likes me.
All right, guys. The Diamondback just hit. Oh, he bunted. Nice bunt. Safe. Ooh. All right. Good job. Fundamentals, guys. Fundamentals.
Just to get the out.
Arizona tied the game in the bottom of the fourth.
Marte putting the bunt down. Pat Murphy, the manager for the Brewers, is what are they doing? They're trying to beat us out of our own game.
Now the Brewers will bring the infield in. With Martinez at third and 1 out. Francisco Alvarez on a base hit to right center his first time up. 1-0 New York, fourth inning. And Alvarez lays on ball 1. Diamondbacks just tied up the Padres 1-1. They're at the bottom of the fourth in Phoenix. That's looking to expand their lead in Milwaukee.
Yes. All right, Francisco. 2-0 Mets. There we go. Good job.
It's 2-0 New York.
Here we go, guys.
So the hang-on slider.
All right, Padres, don't let us down now. Come on.
And that is and great ball up left field. So Alvarez is 2 for 2. He's the first with one out for Tyrone Taylor. He takes a curveball for a strike, nothing wrong. Taylor hit the fielder's choice on a brilliant play by Ortiz in third.
Yeah. All right, Tyrone, let's go. Come on, guys. Come on, Francisco. Let's go, Frankie.
Another breaking ball in the middle of the plate, and Taylor took advantage. Well, I tell you what, right there, Cashier is catching that slider right now. He's been perfect.
Arizona just took the lead to 1 Diamondbacks.
Fastball, JD Martinez hasn't thrown that pitch since. That's a real weapon. Not the slider today.
Come on, Francisco.
Now with 6 hits against Ray, we'll start the third time around the batting order with Francisco Lindor. Stole the base and scored a run in the first. Fly out of the second. 2-1. Runs inside, ball 1. 2 nights after the Mets feared that they were going to lose Alvarez for an extended period, he's had himself a big day. Hugs for Antoine Richardson. And Lindor gets tied up on the inside corner of ball straight. Now the Diamondbacks have gone in front of the Padres. Eugenio Suarez with the go-ahead hit. Diamondbacks 2, Padres 1 at the bottom of the 4th.
For the second half, Suarez is happy.
Diamondbacks, like the Mets, were shut out last night, but like Mets, they've come back today to take a lead.
There you go. Come on.
Change it off the plate. 2 balls and strike to the door. Alvarez and Taylor at the base runners. JD Martinez has to feel like a big albatross. That's good. He checked it.
Here, Frankie, let's go. That's 3-0 Mets. All right. First and third, 1 out, baby. There we go.
It's 3-0 New York. And the Mets have got a hit today.
It's 3-0 Arizona, 3-1 Arizona now. They got second, third, 1 out. So Arizona's come alive offensively as well.
Middle play. We mentioned at the top of the game, Mets have to get the big hits, and they are doing it. They just should have got going from catch that, but that's the easy score. And the back run advancing the third. Triple. The Mets have had this kind of an inning in a while. They've needed it badly. Stringing hits together is something they've done so effectively this year. 4 hits in the inning, producing 2 runs and a chance for more. With Jose Iglesias coming up, Chris Hook, the Brewers pitching coach, was just out the mound to talk to Colin Ray. No action of the Brewers bullpen, so they're
4-1 Kansas City
Iglesias on base
in the top of the 4th in Atlanta.
Streak to 20 games. First and third and 1 out. Another big run out there to pick up at third base. Your first already has a steal today. He takes off first pitch to throw a second.
Yeah. All right, Francisco.
Stolen bases for Lindor. His second.
4-1 Arizona.
1 shot now. Another 30-30 season.
Oh, 6-1 Arizona. So Arizona is coming to play as well, guys.
With his back woes. Now Brewers have to bring the infield in. With second and third and 1 out. Let's just take the ball strike into a 2.
And again, this pitcher's not paying attention to the base runners. See it all the time.
Diamondbacks had another run out of Jake McCarthy, hit 3-1 Arizona in the 4th. Taylor at third, Lindor at second, 0-2 to Iglesias. And he attempted held by Haas, strike 3. Third strikeout for Ray, and that's the second out of the inning. And now it is 6-1 Arizona. So the Diamondbacks with a huge inning against Martin Perez. It's Martin with a 3-run homer to double up their score. There's Nimmo with 2 in scoring position and 2 out. Drove in the first mid run and swings and misses to the slider, 0-1. And in order for the Mets to clinch today, they would need the Diamondbacks to lose. If Arizona wins, even if the Mets win today, they're going to have to go to Atlanta and do some more work. Chandler pops one foul back in play, 2. Third time this year, Francisco Lindor had 2 steals in the game. Unfortunately, though, the Mets, who had not had a hit with a runner in scoring position since last Sunday, on 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position today. And we're trying to pick up a couple of runs with 2 outs. Blocked by Haas. He tripled behind him and Taylor thought about trying it, but he wisely went back.
The Mets are definitely on point. They've come to play today. Change up in the dirt. That's through the 5-hole. Kicked to his left. Left of Haas.
On the left of your screen, little Taylor. He had ideas.
Behind him as well. He was halfway third. 1-2 coming. And Nimmo hits ground ball right.
All right, so the inning is over. The Mets had 2 runs to their lead, 3-0 Mets, and going to the bottom of the 4th. Update, scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Arizona's winning 6-1 in the bottom of the 4th. Kansas City's winning 4-1. Excuse me. In the bottom of the 4th. So, if it stands, if the score stands, the Mets will need to win 1 game and on Monday to advance if the scores stay the way they are. So right now, if the scores hold up 110, the Mets will need to win 1 game in Atlanta if the scores hold. So, very interesting, guys. Very, very interesting. So, if the Braves lose and Arizona and the Mets win, we're in a virtual tie once again. So, the Mets and Atlanta would have to win 1 game apiece tomorrow to make the playoffs. If anybody gets swept, Arizona's in the playoffs. So, hey, listen, the Mets and Arizona came to play today. Thank God, because their whole reasoning season basically was on the line day. So far, so good. A lot of game to play. Hope the Padres come back and make it interesting. But again, I want the Braves to clinch today. I don't want them to need a game because, oh boy. No, yeah, exactly, Todd. The Braves need to win. It just solves a lot of issues. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 4th, 3-0 Mets. Let's get a quick inning from Peterson again. That would be nice.
Braves are trailing after Renfroe hit a home run for Kansas City. They're 4-1 in the 4th. Jake Bauers into the fielder's choice his first time. Takes slider.
John, I want to. I don't want to say yes as of yet, but it's like 50-50. All right, is that a quick one out? Yes, it is. All right. There we go. See, Peterson, this is what happens when a pitcher has a lead, especially a couple of run lead. You could pitch contact. Let your fielders do the work. You don't want to walk anybody and put runs on. Let them earn it.
They're both in, right? But if either the Braves or the Mets are swept, then the Diamondbacks are in.
Right. So that, again, you hate to provide perverse incentives, right?
That's right.
I mean, if the Mets and Braves were in, I mean, that won't happen, but you hate to have that perception out there because it's just terrible for sport. It could have been avoided with a little better plan this past week. Oh, to the Eric Haas, who struck out first time. 6-7 break from the third 1-2.
Well, I'm going to make a temporary reservation to watch.
You okay, Shushi?
Wait a second.
Not tempting fate. Not tempting fate.
I just like to say something. Strikes out.
All right, quick 2 outs for Peterson.
Quite a number.
Nice to see.
Especially when you're in the South, right? Doing your games.
I have never, ever heard of anybody having a reservation there.
Oh, they have a private line. Yeah, you have a private number.
You're privileged.
Yeah, you can get in, and instead of having to sit at the counter, we can get our own table.
A booth?
Yes.
Smothered or covered?
So smothered. Lots syrup, maple syrup, pork chops, the eggs.
Nick Peterson has retired 7 in a row as he faces Isaac Collins. Collins called third strike his first time. Diamondbacks minus 6 runs in that fourth inning. They have up 6-1. That's like the left field coming on his hip.
All right, there we go. Another quick inning for Peterson. Going to the top of the 5th, 3-0 Mets. Once again, guys, update on the games. Arizona is leading 6-1 in the top of the 5th, and Kansas City's beating Atlanta 4-1 in the bottom of the 4th. And Atlanta has 1 on with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. So, once again, to throw the scenarios out there, if the scores hold, all 3 teams would be in a virtual tie for wild card spots. The Mets would need to win 1 game in Atlanta, and the Braves would need to win 1 game in Atlanta to both make the playoffs and knock out Arizona. If anybody gets swept, they're out. Arizona's in. So it's a scenario I didn't want to deal with, but there's still an option on the table. That's the important part. Nice to see the Mets are scoring some runs here, playing solid baseball. And we'll see, guys. Again, a lot of games still to go. It's 6-1. You don't know if San Diego is going to put in any high leverage pitchers. Who knows if they're going to start taking more people out of the lineup? We don't know that yet, but we'll see. Sorry, guys, and something just froze on me. Did it? Oh, there we go. All right, here we go. Sorry, I lost a comment for a second. Apologies. All right. David, it's not. The worst case scenario would be if the Mets lost and Arizona and the Braves won. Because then you would have to win both games tomorrow. And we don't want that. So that would be the worst case scenario. But hey, got to slay the dragon somehow, right? You got to exercise the demon. Top of the 5th, Mets lead 3-0. Arizona leads 6-1 in the top of the 5th. Kansas City leads Atlanta. Bottom 4th, 4-1.
One bullet that was caught by Adames, the other a slow roller that advanced the runner. He choices have himself a memorable season. First full year in the big leagues, just over 400 bats.
All right, Atlanta's starting to come back now. It's 4-2 in the bottom of the 4th. They got first and third with 2 outs. 1 out, excuse me.
Think about that. Think about the year that Ward has had with 71 extra base hits. And Vientos is a better slugging percentage than him, than Lindor by 3 points.
Vientos has put himself on the short list of Mets rookie everyday players as far as their rookie year. How good it's been.
I mean, technically it's rookie year, but for a whole year.
First full year.
Yeah. Excuse me. Otherwise, it'd be a shoe in for rookie of the year. 2-2.
Yeah. All right, Mark. There we go. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going.
No, the fact that Ray is still out there.
Well, Atlanta is coming back right now. Remember, guys, if Atlanta wins, they clinch. And they don't have anything to play for tomorrow. The Mets will have to win one game.
The division series starts Saturday.
Yes.
Come on, Pete.
Alonso is struck out of this game 0-1. Braves just got a run at the bottom of the fourth. Royals 4, Braves 2. And just doesn't throw a lot of throws to first base.
This is some base, right?
Not attempted one. No.
Why is he that he doesn't?
What do you mean?
Swing in and swing the bat. Keep him out.
Oh, I thought you were advocating for a run.
No.
Definitely not.
Oh, Lonzo got hit elbow. First and second, nobody out for the Mets. Well, that's a way to get on base.
Game wide open. Alonso takes over the club leadership and getting plumped 13th time this year. 91st, that's the most of any team in the National League. Again. So not to avoid nobody out for J.D. Martinez, who snapped that 0 for 36 with a double off the third base bag to ignite the Mets in the fourth.
Let's see if we can add on here.
Come on, JD.
I'm wondering if JD looked in a run pitch because he tried to come in with that sinker in the last at bat. It was a good pitch.
I don't think he's going to go back in there on purpose. I think he's going to stay away with JD's strength. That skips away from Hudson.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Turn the score. Come, JD. Let's go.
Pitch from Ray. And now the Mets have two scoring position with nobody out. Nothing Ray could do here.
And see, there's no movement, no lateral movement when these catchers are on their wing. I know a lot of people down there looking through their statements and going to say that. I'm sorry. It's settled for me.
Infield most of the way in. Adamas about halfway short against Martinez. It's fouled off. It's 1-2. JD's last hit 20 days ago. September the 9th in Toronto. We have that out of the way. Now an RBI chance. Almost 2 strikes.
Come on.
JD hitting 301 this year with runners in scoring position, even with all his recent woes. He gets tied up inside.
Damn it.
Ray has a strikeout for the first out of the inning.
Went in after him there, wrong 2 strikes. He does not use that pitch enough. That's his best pitch today. And he has a little run on it. So it starts in the middle, it runs in on the hands. Had something on it too.
Tied him up. 4th strikeout for Ray, 1 out of the inning. And now starting Marte is going to be intentionally walked ahead of Francisco Alvarez.
Oh, walk-in Marte with the bases loaded for Alvarez. Interesting.
So you've got quite a percentages here.
He's had 2 good at bats today.
Yep. So Francisco could be the star here. Could be the guy to get the big hit.
Single to right center in the second, single to left and driving a run in the fourth.
Get the ball in the air. Get at least a run in.
Alvarez drills one.
Yeah. Oh, foul ball. Damn it.
Just the way
He's been a good bat. Aggressive.
God damn it.
Friday night it was impressive that he threw 2 walks. It probably should have thrown a third. But swing mode is default. Santos at third, Lonzo at second, Marte at first with one out. Change up at the third. It's 1-1.
The Braves change up. He's just that. Well, as I hear, you can eliminate it. He hasn't gone for a strike. It's been third pad.
Bowers is in at first. Everybody else is back looking for the double play. 1-1 down Perez. Just go. How's that one? 2. Mets have scored 3, but they've left 6 runners on in the first 4 innings. Ahead to that total here in the 5th. Ray ahead on Alvarez 1-2 with Tyrone Teller on deck. And it's a disengagement. It's close to a pitch clock violation. They've not stepped off. There's a lot of traffic to contend with today. 1-2 coming.
All right.
2-2. Francisco Alvarez, 1 career grand slam, came last year. 2-2. That's outside. Now 4 count. So get the ball away from Alvarez with a double fastball. And Francisco not fighting. And now it's 3-2 with the bases loaded and 1 out. Alvarez gets a breaking ball, flies it out to left.
All right. There you go. Good job. We'll take it. That's what you got to do right there. Good job. Just missed the home run. All right. There you go.
Just got it towards the end a little bit too quick on his hanging breaking ball.
Telling you guys, fundamentals make the game a lot easier. Come on.
And now Tyrone Teller bats with 2 out, 2 on. Teller at the base hit to left field his last time up. And he fouled the first pitch. Fastball, 0-1. They're really asking a lot of Allen Rays. He not made a start in 9 days. Last time he started, he threw 67 pitches. He's at 90 today. He's throwing in that Milwaukee bullpen. Lonzo at second, Marte at first. Taylor flies one out to left. Coming in toward the line is Collins. And he gets.
All right, so the Mets add a run in the top of the 5th, 4-0 Mets. KC's beating Atlanta right now 4-2 in the top of the 5th. Diamondbacks are leading 6-1 in the bottom of the 5th. They have a run on second with 1 out. So once again, guys, we're gonna keep doing this every inning. If this results hold up, the Mets and the Braves would have to win 1 game tomorrow apiece to knock Arizona out of the playoffs, and they both make it. If anybody gets swept tomorrow, that team's out of the playoffs. So right now, the Mets are in good shape. The Diamondbacks are still alive, and the Braves are still alive. So every one of the teams tomorrow, if these results hold, could be eliminated tomorrow. That is just insane. And if it is that scenario tomorrow, the Mets need to win the first game. I cannot deal with the second game after they lose the first game. I just drive myself nuts. But let's finish today's game because there's half the game still to play. The game's not over yet in Atlanta and Arizona, so a lot can happen. But good at bats, aggressive base running, sack flies, sack bunts. You know, it would have been nice they played aggressive like this. You see what happens when a team is desperate? All of a sudden, they play like that. You know, you got to play smart fundamental baseball. You play fundamental baseball and you do the right things and you do the simple things, the game's a lot easier. Not saying you're always going to win, but you don't have to do too much. And that's what they're doing today. Nice to see, but it would have been nice if they would have started that 2 days ago or yesterday, but they didn't. So, bottom of the fifth, Mets lead 4-0. Top of the fifth in Atlanta, it is 4-2 Kansas City. Bottom of the fifth in Arizona. Arizona just scored again, so it's 7-1 Arizona in the bottom of the fifth.
Actually, not in the second. He's got out of first inning trouble, and he's been fairly cruising since then. It's this less than full Milwaukee lineup. No William Contreras, Reese Hoskins, no Sal Frelick, who bruised his hip on Friday night.
All right, what Peterson's got to do here, pitch to contact. Do not walk people.
So there's no structural damage, no break, no cartilage tear, no dislocation, but pretty nasty bruise.
Come on, David.
On that thing on the right field line this winter. Redo that.
That's the fence. Yeah, that fence that is in the middle of the paddock. Hit the wall. Two. The Diamondbacks just had a run of the Jake McCarthy RBI double, 7-1 Arizona in the fifth. So it's looking more and more like the Mets are going to be headed to Atlanta after the game.
All right. Good job, David.
So Peterson comes back 3-1 to get Perkins with one strike after the injury on Friday.
He banged in there. It's unfortunate. I think it's the left hip and kind of back area.
Look at that. They are doing some something there. It appears as though the goal is to add padding. Take away the mesh.
It's like the Aaron Roman situation.
Exactly. Well, there they were planning to add the pad shortly after. I think it was after that homestand they were planning to add the padding, but it's too late for Rowan, who broke his face up the outfield fence.
Come on, David.
Unbelievable catch. Bases loaded, right? Was it Xavier Beatty?
Yeah,
I think he hit the ball.
And it was a 1-0 game that I think ended up being pretty short.
Yeah, we thought that the shutout and complete game, I believe.
There's Sanchez flying up to right his first time. Peterson rolled, having retired. Not in a row now. The Brewers bullpen is still quiet. Gray at 91 pitches. Looks like he's going to come out for more. Going to change up and something strong. 3-2.
Last day of the season. Oh, maybe not for the Mets. We used to always assume that in game 162, well, every half swing was a strike. It was more than a few umpires, I would tell you. It's from the bats.
And then he walked him.
Peterson, one out base runner for the Brewers. Trivia question presented by Talkin. Head to SMI.TV/vote and click on Hit Data to cast your vote now. Who was the first player in Mets franchise history with 100 RBIs in the season? Mr. Cutter, I know.
You know it?
Cut you. Was Joey Ortiz who grounded out to second base his first time up. Ball strike, nothing.
Juan can't come to school today. Signed Epstein's mom.
Double play.
6-6.
Yeah, all right. Double play. Sorry, retire. David Peterson putting up zeros and through the first 5 innings of the ball game. Mets lead 4-0 going into the top of the 6th. All right. Now we need some comeback from the Padres here. But interesting enough. Awesome, John. But hey, yeah, it sucks Arizona's winning, but again, It's nice to see the Mets play actually solid baseball, which is what we needed to see. All right, all right, San Diego, let's go, baby. Come on. Make it interesting. Well, David, I'm never going to say it's going to be easier if the Braves win today because you only have 29 guys on a roster because you get the extra man for the doubleheader. Some starters are going to have to play. Now, they can be taken out for sure, but you're still going to face a couple of guys that can do damage, that kill the Mets. So, and you don't think the Braves are going to play their starters? They might not pitch their big guys, but I think they're going to keep a lot of their hitters in, to be quite honest with you. They want to knock the Mets out of the playoffs. So, all right, so they got Padres got a leadoff double in the top of the sixth. Here comes the comeback, guys. Here comes the comeback. We need a comeback. Let's go, San Diego. Come on. Let's go. A 2-run homer here makes it 7-3. Let's get it done. So Mets going in the top of the sixth, 4-0. Francisco Lindor is leading off. Kansas City, Atlanta is still 4-2 in the bottom of the fifth. And Lindor's coming up to the plate. Here we go, guys. Top of the sixth. I'll be right back, guys.
Starting to stir in the Milwaukee bullpen. Francisco Lindor, single and a walk, 2 stolen bases, and RBI today. Rounds went down to first and foul ball. 0-1. So Lindor, who looked like 30-30 was beyond his reach, all of a sudden one stole the base away. Look at Milner, first man up in that Brewers bullpen with them 2 batters away.
Best sign for me with Lindor is that he's swinging the bat today. You know, he took a lot of pitches in his first game back.
There are a lot of stolen base related numbers that are falling this year because of the new rules instituted last year. But Bobby Witt recently became the first shortstop in history down back to 30 years. Lindor cracks one a deep right field. Go back here. Francisco Lindor is second of the year. To make it back to New York.
All right, Francisco, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Francisco Lindor, home run. Well, he looks healthy. Maybe. Woof. Turn those hips.
2 hits, 2 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, a home run.
5-0 Mets, baby. Here we go.
Big day for the Mets, when they need it the most. Now Iglesias is 1 for 3 today. Anyway, Wood was the first shortstop back to that 30 years ago. We're now still away from doing the same. We have a chance to steal this time around the bases.
He'll take that.
He'll take it. So he's now 32-29. See what Jose Ramirez has a chance to do?
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
Left field line.
is that going to drop?
Collins, who was over the gap, but he'll get
Nope.
there with his
All right.
swing.
High pitch, letter high, and boy, did he square it up.
That's exactly right.
Second home run in this series. The Angels hit one on Friday night. Anyway, Jose Ramirez has a chance to be the second player in history to reach 40 home runs, 40 steals, and 30 doubles. The guy's ever done it. It's Alfonso Soriano. And Ramirez, I believe, is just 1 steal away or one home run away.
Home run away.
He hit number 39 yesterday.
So drove in the first half run with bases to center field. 1 for 3 on the day. Guardians right now are being delayed
Agreed,
by
Keith,
rain
100%.
in their season, regular season finale. A lot of rain in the Northeast. The Yankees were delayed. Jets played in the rain most of the day. Losing that game.
I understand the first half of rain, Steve. If you're listening, it was downpour.
You know, it's tough. I come back to Achilles injury. I feel. Sorry, Steve.
So downpour here, he's sleeping over there behind the. Where is he?
Yes, no, I'm here. I'm not weeping, but I will say that it's probably best for my career that I'm here and not back in New York.
Probably should keep your microphone closed too. Just just to be safe.
I'm just gonna put it down.
Okay. We'll just get some ambient noise for your microphone. Just like they got some ambient noise in the ninth inning last night on the Fox broadcast.
Brian Eno or
No, it was a little more verbal than that. I mean, I know that it happened on our broadcast. There would have been some, oblique message to the FCC to, try and win some favor.
we walked that line.
3-2 to Nipple. That's on the inside corner. He got him. So Ray's got his fifth strikeout, 2 out of the inning. Let's check in with the studio. Gary Appelos Game Break brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Gary. Staging a bit of a comeback.
Oh, ouch.
Ray won't get to it in time to make a play. And it's a base hit for Vientos. So let's see how Ray is.
I thought he caught his glove, but I could be wrong.
Looks undisturbed. His manager, Pat Murphy's on his way out, perhaps to make a pitching change anyway. Yeah.
All right, so the Padres got a run. It's 7-2. Diamondbacks in the top of the 6th.
Ray is certainly going to do his work today. That's a 5-0 lead.
All right, there's a pitching change. 5-0 Mets in the top of the 6th. So San Diego slowly chipping away at the lead. Maybe they can come back, provide a little bit of anxiety and a little bit of pressure on the Diamondbacks here. Martin Perez did choke, right? Of course he did. But once again, guys, make sure you stay on after the watch party, and the stream's going to take you over to the post-game show. Give or take about 5 to 10 minutes to get the post-game going. And we'll bring you the post-game, and we'll talk about the game, talk about scenarios again. We'll have, obviously, the bigger picture here, exactly what's going down. They're going to the bottom of the 6th in Arizona. It's 7-2. Arizona at the moment. So still 5 runs down for San Diego. All right, hold on 1 second, guys. All right, so right now Kansas City still leading 4-2, and it would be nice for Atlanta just to win, and they clinch, and they won't be pitching any of the 2 big pitchers tomorrow, and Sale and Schwellen back. And they might play a couple of guys, obviously, because there's only 29 guys on the roster. So you're not going to be playing a ton of guys, but they still look. Whoever plays is still going to want to knock the Mets out of the playoffs. So we're trying to avoid that. Yeah, I didn't even know. Like, I wasn't even paying attention to the football scores, and I saw the Jets lost 10-9. Like, ooh, ooh. Yeah, man. What about Minnesota? The Vikings, 5-0. All right, here's Alonso. 5-0 Mets in the top of the 6th.
Trying to get Miller straight. He was a big part of their resurgence in the first half of the year, but his ERA over 6 in the last 3 months.
Yeah, very rough outing on Friday night as Mets trying to come back. The only reason he survived was that great play by Trurio up against the left field fence. Rob Bader, and that's what they said.
CP, 100% correct.
Short and down. Had it perfectly. Takes his time. Throw right on.
And that ends the inning. So going to the bottom of the 6th, 5-0 Mets. Yeah, the Vikings are the biggest surprise with Sam Darnold as their quarterback. I mean, don't get me wrong. They got obviously one of the best wide receivers in football, Jefferson. They got Aaron Jones, who's a damn good running back from the Packers. They got the running game. They got a great wide receiver. And Darnold just don't have to mess up. But he's been not even close. He's been just outstanding. It's crazy. But let's get to these four guys. Mets are winning 5-0. Going to the bottom of the 6th. Peterson has been really damn good. Only giving up 1 hit. No runs so far. So what we needed from Peterson, we're getting right now. It's the bottom of the 6th in Arizona. 7-2 Diamondbacks. 5-run lead for the Diamondbacks to go into the bottom of the 6th in Atlanta. The Royals are leading 4-2. All right, best case scenario at this point is the Braves come back and win. They don't got to pitch Sale or Schwellen back tomorrow, and the Mets would need 1 game if the Diamondbacks win and we win. So, oh boy. And how about that? Out of a Severino and Quintana, Peterson is having the best performance out of all of them. Even though Quintana wasn't bad, it's just that his pitch count got up a lot from all the strikeouts in the first 3 innings. I think they would have kept them in there, but it's all good. It's all good. So, once again, guys, Mets Watch Party here on the channel. Hit that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. If you're on X, head on over. Hit that subscribe button. If you're on Twitch, head on over. Hit that subscribe button. And as I said many times already, don't leave to find the post-game show. The Watch Party stream is going to take you right into the post-game. So just chill out for 5 to 10 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. Hit that like button. And I'll be with you no later than 15 minutes after the game, probably 10, to just get the stream ready to go, fix everything up, and be on our merry way. And we'll be talking about the game some more. Here we go, guys. Let's see what it does.
Anderson's been a gem today. He had an infield single to Churio in the first inning. That's the only hit he's allowed over 5. Anderson's gone 7 innings or more in 4 of his last 7 starts. After not having done it at all in his first 13 starts. And he comes up and in to get to
Nice pitch.
it.
Peterson's feeling today.
It's always an overmatch.
Plan for Carlos Mendoza was Peterson today for 2 reasons. One, you'd rather have right-handers against the right-hand dominated Braves, and we wanted to give Luis Severino an extra day of rest, so he could have pitched it in regular rest. So tomorrow, if the Mets have meaningful games to play, they'll have Severino and McGill to start those 2 games. Meanwhile, the Braves held back Chris Sale the entire weekend. He was due to pitch against the Mets on Wednesday, and then he was due to pitch Friday, but they skipped him. And so they now have Sale and Spencer Schweldenbach available to pitch tomorrow. Of course, there's a scenario today where if the Braves win and the Diamondbacks win, the Mets have to go to Atlanta needing to win at least 1 game. But the Braves will already be in. If the Braves win today, they're in no matter what else happens, right? So if the Mets go to Atlanta tomorrow for games that are meaningful to them, but the Braves have already clinched the spot, how does Atlanta play that series? Do they save Sale and Schwellenbach for the division series?
100%.
Yep.
Why not? And of course.
Unless they feel as though they have some vested interest in knocking the Mets out.
Or that. Well, they'll have that in whoever starts and plays. They will certainly have that. Postseason takes precedence.
So it is. Sure,
All right, David. Great job.
6
David Peterson, 6 strikeouts, 1 hit, just mowing them down.
It might be in the Mets' best interest for the Braves to win today. Yeah, so that they do not have anything to play for other than seeding tomorrow.
The only thing that would change that is if the Braves team identified one of the teams they're going to play as they prefer to play someone else. You know what I'm saying? Like they'd rather play the Brewers than the Padres or the other way around.
Well, whoever finishes in the 6th seed, which is the last wild card against the Brewers, and whoever finishes in the 5th seed, the second wild card against the Padres. Meanwhile, the Phillies and Dodgers will lie in wait. Dodgers have the number 1 seed, the Phillies number 2 seed. They will wait until Saturday to start playing in the division series. This fouls on the plate until 2. Thomas is another comebacker. Who's after a rough go against the Phillies last 9 days ago has been just terrific today.
This is the sharpest breaking ball I've seen from Peterson. Sorry, the curveball. I know that's the first slide. Curveball can be effective today.
All up with Thomas too. It feels like he's throwing his curveball more today. It does. Got 12% his curveball. Then at 7.
All right, David. There we go.
Speed.
All right, guys. There we go. 6 great innings from David Peterson. No runs, 1 hit, 6 strikeouts. Awesome performance by Peterson. We needed it. The Mets offense has done their job. 5 runs today, going to the top of the 7th. Right now, as we stand, the Padres are trailing in 7-2 in the bottom of the 6th in Arizona, and the Braves are still trailing 4-2 in the bottom of the 6th as well. David Peterson, man, what a performance by David Peterson, man. What a performance. Again, still a couple of minutes to go. We've seen crazier things happen, but right now it's looking good. But here we go, guys. Scores hold up. Mets win, Diamondbacks win, Braves lose. Virtual tie. All 3 teams tied. If the Mets take 1 game and the Braves take 1 game tomorrow, the Mets and Braves are in, Arizona's out. If the Mets or either the Mets or the Braves get swept, that team is out, Arizona's in with the Mets or the Braves. If Atlanta come back to win, they clinch a playoff spot, and the Mets still only have to win 1 game, but Atlanta has nothing to play for. The Mets would have to get swept tomorrow for Arizona to make it. So, oh boy. But it's going to be an interesting Monday, Mets fans. That's for sure, especially if everything holds up the way it goes. And we're going to have to play game 161, and it's going to matter. Yay! Only the Mets can make this very interesting, guys. Only the Mets. Yeah, I know you'll bring on Sale, bring on this one. I don't want to play that one. It doesn't matter. So just play your game and let it happen.
Big builder. We got the final out of the 6th. Martinez snapped his over 35 stretch with a
Cindy, that is interesting for sure.
Great on the day. So this Ray Ordonez is by himself. Get best record book. This is inside of the fastball 1-1. Colin Ray with a season high 106 pitches today. It was 5 2/3. Gave it 5 runs, 10 hits, 3 walks, 1 intentional, 5 strikeouts, and hit batsman. Wow, home run. Line right at the shortstop for the Dumpers. Did not to jump and get anywhere. Boy, KD could use a hit there. And with Mason lives wherever you are. Don't miss a single Mets moment with the SNY app presented by Fanatic Sportsbook. Scan the code and download today. And it looks like Willie Adames is coming out of the game. They had planned to do this at some point. Adames is going to be a free agent at the end of the year. He's been such an enormous piece of this Brewers team since he came over the trade in 2021. The heart and soul of this team. He's going to get a bit more benefit as he comes in.
I agree, Big. I haven't said anything. I just kept on saying, and I know, right? If the scores hold up, the Mets would have to win one game tomorrow, and the Braves would have to win one game tomorrow. So they took out Willie Adames. So as I said, you bring a lead up there, they're gonna start taking guys out, and there you go.
It's kind of the changing of the guard right here because Joey Ortiz.
Yeah, it would be a crime shame. I agree with that. All right, so the Diamondbacks scored another run. It is 8-2.
Monasterio comes in at third. So I'd say Texas strike. And I don't know where Adames ends up next year, but with the numbers he's put up, he might be a little too expensive for the Brewers. And that's one of the things about being a small market team is that you develop players without making them, and then you have to watch them move on because you put the resources to keep them.
No, they used those resources to sign Christian Yelich. That was the big sign.
Yelich had a big first half this year and was really rolling when he finally went down with back surgery in late July. And I figured that there was a big downturn. Didn't happen any more than it happened when they traded away Corbin Burns and lost Brandon Woodruff and lost Devin Williams for 4 months. Rounded out to short, and there is Ortiz. Immediately getting a chance to shortstop too.
They got a wonderful culture winning here. Would you say, Gary, 6 out of 7 now that you've gone to the postseason? About 6 of the last 7 years.
Lourdes Gurriel just tripled to drive in a run. It's now the Diamondbacks 8, the Padres 2 in the 6th. It's the Brewers. 3 division titles the last 4 years. What they've had, though, is early exits in the postseason. This year they got stuck on the Diamondbacks in their first series. The Diamondbacks surprising everybody by getting on to the World Series.
What makes this year so special is once Council signed the Cubs, this was supposed to be a written-off year. New manager Pat Murphy, and they'll rebuild. They lost Corbin Burns in a trade. Brandon Woodruff hurt. On and on and on. But it's like the more things they didn't have, the better they played. And kudos to Pat Murphy.
Let's go.
One of the front runners for manager of the year, along with his opponent today, Carlos Mendoza.
All these two teams maybe meet again starting on Tuesday in the National League Wild Card Series.
There is a castle of managers in the National League that are winning the National League Manager of the Year. I think Murphy's going to get it, but Mendoza showed he can go on and on.
Last year's National League Manager of the Year, Skip Schumacher, was away from his team this weekend because of a family medical problem. Before he left, he told his players that he would not be back as the Marlins skipper. So he's going to be a very interesting free agent for some team. 3-2 to Alvarez is 2 for 2 with the second line. He dribbles down.
Well, you would think that just on inspection, the Chicago White Sox would need a special manager, but they're not going to get one where the situation they're in right now.
Well, you pay them.
I guess.
I don't know. I don't know where Jerry Ranso's willing to go money-wise for the skipper. My ball along the right field line, long run for Shurio.
All right, so Mets do not put up more runs in the 7. Bottom of the 7, 5-0 Mets. You got the Royals winning 4-2 in the top of the 7th. And it is 8-2. Diamondbacks going to the top of the 7th in Arizona. So, once again, guys, post-game show after the game. give me about 10 minutes or so to get situated with the post game, finish up the fine graphics. Sorry, and I'll have the post game for you. It'll be about 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, nothing crazy, but we'll definitely talk about the scenarios that played out on this Sunday. What the Mets need to do, what the Braves need to do, what Arizona needs from the Mets and the Braves. So there you go. That's where we're at right now. But if the score holds up on all 3 games, virtual tie, 2 spots for 3 teams. 3 teams for 2 spots. It will come down to tomorrow in Atlanta, where the Mets and the Braves would need to take 1 game to eliminate Arizona and both make the playoffs. Anybody gets swept, they are out of the playoffs. So the Mets, the Braves, and Arizona played themselves into a situation where each team have the possibility of being eliminated on Monday. And oh boy, Mariana, how you doing? Mariana, I hope so. I truly hope so that they get the mojo. But it is Atlanta. It is their kryptonite. It is their house of horror. You just hope they take today's performance. Again, the game's not over yet. You know, crazier things have happened. And the game's not over in Atlanta. The game's not over in Arizona. But it is what it is. The Mets put themselves in this spot. They had an opportunity to avoid this, but they didn't. Arizona, same thing. They could have took advantage of the Mets losing the first 2 in Milwaukee. Didn't do that. And Atlanta clinched by winning today with Kansas City basically not playing anybody. So, Chief, I don't necessarily think so. I think both of these teams would love knock each other out, to be quite honest. So we're going to the bottom of the 7th. In Atlanta, Kansas City still leads 4-2. In Arizona, it is 8-2. Arizona in the top of the 7th. And they're doing a sausage race in Milwaukee right now.
I'm never going to hear the end of this. Oh, man. The single greatest moment of Steve Kellog's career.
I had him that he couldn't close when he was on the rail. But he did it.
Mariana, if all 3 teams win, the Mets and the Braves have to split tomorrow, the 2 games. If anybody gets swept tomorrow, they're out. Arizona's in.
The 7th, Jake Bowers leads off, fouls to the ground. Peters has been brilliant today. 6 scoreless innings, only 1 infield hit. Harrison Bader plays center field. Tyrone Taylor moves over to right. Bowers, Haas, and Collins up for the Brewers. And sliders swung and missed, and it's 0-2. And a half swing, and Bowers went around for strike 3, and that's 7 strikeouts now for David.
All right, David Peterson mowing it down.
Boy, he has answered the bell. Retired 14 of the last 15 batters.
5 strikeouts in his last 9 batters.
That's starters the last 7 games. And
Ken, I agree.
6.06 ERA.
He wasn't trying to do too much.
Great run of
Putting
success.
good swings,
Now,
getting that sack fly, making sure getting that ball to the outfield, base hit, nothing crazy up the middle. Yep, JDM still garbage.
Popped up behind first base. Alonso giving it a run. So is Taylor.
Hey, 2 outs.
This is part of the strength of this ball club with defense. This is one of the best defensive teams the Mets have put out there in a long time.
At the beginning of the season, first couple of months, Mets defense was right at the bottom of all the metrics. They were either last or next to last in defensive run saves, outs above average. Now they're up to 10th in the league in outs above average, 14th in DRS in the major leagues, and the improvement is apparent to the naked eye as well. As Collins lined out to left his last time. I'm 0 for 2 today. Peterson for his 10th win of the season and has a chance to push his ERA below 3 if he can continue to throw his zeros. Into the day at 3.08.
It's there right now.
I mean, that's a spectacular year. Anytime you get your ERA under 3. See the final numbers on both schemes. Yeah, year. 2 perfect innings against the Yanks yesterday. He finished 11-3, 1.96.
I mean, that's historic, right, Jerry? The ERA?
Lowest for any rookie making that many starts since 1918. And 170 strikeouts, 133 innings.
He's going to be a bear to deal with.
Mariana, I agree.
3-2 coming.
And struck him out. 8 strikeouts for David Peterson. 7 outstanding innings for David Peterson. No runs, 1 hit, 8 strikeouts. Just a performance we needed, folks. We needed a performance like that. He stepped up. The Mets offense, for the most part, did their job. They didn't do too much today. They didn't try to overswing. Couple of sack fly, bunt the runner over, a couple of basic singles, double, got the job done. Padres didn't score in the top of the 7th, still 8-2. Arizona, they're going to the bottom of the 8th right now. And right now, it is the bottom of the 7th, still in Atlanta, 4-2 Kansas City. So, once again, guys, make sure if you haven't hit that like button yet, please do hit those thumbs up. We will be doing I will be doing a post game right after the game. Give me about 5 to 10 minutes to fix up the background, do the final numbers, all that stuff. And I'll be back with the post game for about 30 minutes or so. And make sure you tune in. Again, you don't have to leave the stream, guys. The watch party ends, it will take you to the post game show automatically. So once you get there, talk amongst yourselves for a little bit, hit that like button, and I'll join you as soon as possible. No more than 10, 15 minutes, or probably be 10 minutes. Mariana, you know what? I'm thinking about going live tomorrow. Again, it's going to be a ton of shows tomorrow as well. I'd like to do the live game, in-game live tomorrow. I hope I do. But I got errands to run. I'm definitely doing the pre and post. It's just a matter of time. Because tomorrow's my other off day, and I got stuff to do, and then I got to go to work on Tuesday, so we'll see. But I'd like to. So David Peterson is done at the 7. Awesome performance by Peterson. They're bouncing up and down with all the pitchers with the OMG sign. Good performance by Peterson. 7 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 8 strikeouts. Excellent performance by David Peterson. Top of the 8. Mets lead 5-0.
Caleb Hollis on the pitch for the Brewers. And his first curveball was outside to Tyrone Taylor.
Peterson's start today is the kind of start where your teammates will never look at you differently.
Yes. Punch to the right side. Wrangles his ground and makes the throw to get Taylor. What do you mean about that?
You know, they know he has talent. They know he has a chance to be a really good, solid starter. But when
Mariana, that's what you're hoping for.
And you got to have it, and they know it, and he knows it, and he delivers a performance like that, they look at you in a whole different light. Like he's one of the guys. He's the dude.
I couldn't agree more. And from an everyday player point of view, when you're out there, and I mean, it's a big game. This is a big game. And for 1 hitter, 9 strikeouts, shutout innings, it may be that David Peterson has a 5 now. His games are higher than 5. What's so interesting about that is there's an entire legacy in Major League Baseball of left-handed pitchers who wind up having great careers Mariners after struggling for years. Certainly, I'm not saying that David Peterson is one of these, but Sandy Koufax, Randy Johnson, those guys, really their careers, there was no guarantee that either one of them was going to be a good pitcher, let alone a Hall of Fame pitcher. And, sometimes it takes, for whatever reason, left-handers a little bit longer.
And we were judging, but that it's no longer an issue. That's huge in its own.
Well, certainly the Mets appear to have themselves a gem in Peterson, who finishes the regular season with a 2.90.
Another base hit for Iglesias. And it is 9-2 Arizona.
Is it that easy, G? Get to it when you're every day, you're red hot. They look like grapefruits coming up. Pink or just regular?
Iglesias with a 20-game hitting streak and over 400 in that span. Well, with Peterson pitching today, that probably takes him out of play for the division series if the Mets get there. Games will play Tuesday, Wednesday, and if necessary Thursday, but it puts right in line to start the first game of a potential division series on Saturday. Based on Bullpen.
I love the fact Mendoza's going to their higher leverage bullpen arms because you don't want anything to go crazy in this game. Just win the game and do your job.
Like the Mets reduce their magic number to 1 if they win this game, then have to win one more game tomorrow.
Avoid the sweep. Both teams made something seriously in the circle of trust. They got 5 outs yesterday, right?
Didn't seem to break a sweat doing it, no? Expecting high-speed hitting for today.
So think about this. It's doubleheader. Yeah. Someone's going to win the first game. That's a lot on the second game for the team that lost. I mean, it's there. It's the end. It's for the cookies.
I'm there. Except Braves might not have to.
That's right.
If they can rally and win their game today, they're
Right.
down 4-2 in the 7th.
Right.
Then those games will not be meaningful for them except for the seeding.
Right. I was thinking if the Braves do lose, maybe I think it is going to be right there, a line, game 2.
But here's the other thing. No matter what happens, even if the Braves lose today, whoever wins that first game, assuming that all 3 teams that the Diamondbacks and the Mets win today, say the Braves lose, whoever wins that first game is going to be in. So the second game will be meaningless to the team that wins the first game. Popped up in the shallow center field, and Perkins is there. And
all right, that ends the top of the 8th. Mets still winning 5-0. Going to the bottom of the 8th, and we're one step closer to playing game 161 on Monday if the scores hold up. Right now, Arizona's winning 9-2 in the bottom of the 7th. KC is winning 4-2 against the Braves in the bottom of the 7th. So right now, all right. Right, the Mets are doing their job. It would have been nice if they actually learned how to play baseball the last 2 days, and maybe we wouldn't have to come to this, but we are. And you got to deal with it. So just got to do the job, right? They played extremely well today. Fundamental baseball. Didn't try to do too much. Sac fly, bunts, just solid base hits. They played well. And that's a good sign, especially going to Atlanta. But it's all right. It's okay. It's all right. 6 more outs to go. Thank you, Cindy. I was just going to say they took the words out of my mouth. 6 more outs to go. Mets will have win 88 of the season. And we're talking about tomorrow. And again, me and Chris will be available to do shows tomorrow. Pre and post for sure. There's about a 50-50 chance to go live during the first game. I'm not promising yet. Got to see what I got to do in the morning. Might be a little crazy, but I'd hope to do all those shows tomorrow as well. If not, well, you get pre and post at the very least. So the Braves have first and second with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. trailing by 2. And once again, guys, post game right after the game, about 10 minutes after the game. Don't have to go anywhere. Just stay here. The stream's going to take you to the post game show after watch party ends. You don't got to do nothing. Instead, sit back, relax, talk amongst yourselves in the chat in the post game stream, and I'll be with you as soon as possible. All right, bottom of the 8 coming up. Mets winning 5-0. Braves losing 4-2. Diamondbacks winning 9-2. Again, let's see if the Braves can come back and win. If that does, the Mets only got to win 1 game tomorrow, and the Braves don't have to play for nothing. Bottom of the 8, 5-0 Mets.
Peterson, 7 innings, no runs, 1 hit, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts, 95 pitches, and now Maton threw 15 pitches to get 5 outs yesterday. This is up away with his slider, and it's 1-1.
The numbers for Maton, but since he's come over to the Mets, just so valuable. Strike thrower.
We were having a conversation between innings about Edwin Diaz, who hasn't pitched in a week. But with the prospect of 2 games tomorrow, do you need to save Diaz today? Think you might need him in both games tomorrow?
Yes. I want to take the chance that he goes out there and maybe has a finish where he throws 20, 25 pitches, even though he's been.
Subaru, what's up, buddy?
It wouldn't be that way. Can't take a chance. You got to have him for both games. With the first one, you don't have to have him in the second.
Ball in the dirt 2-2. First, they have to win this game.
I was going to say that.
I said they don't win this game, they'll have to win 2 games tomorrow. Yep. Probability there in the stands right now. Whether the Mets are 1 game behind the Braves or 2 games behind the Braves, really doesn't matter. It's a good side, and Iglesias fields makes on covers and got there just in time. That's the done on 4th innings. Maton getting over, take that throw from Iglesias for the first out.
Iglesias gave him a perfect feed, makes him getting over perfectly, and that's why you practice this refrain.
Braves didn't score in the bottom of the 7th. 4-2 Royals, though.
And the perfect timing, so he can just run right through the bat.
So 1 out and no down. Now Gary Sanchez flat out walk over for 1. Takes cover for a strike. So, Keith, before you were talking about the pressure in the second game, if you lose the first game, right? So, do you go with McGill in the first game, or do you go with Severino in the first?
I think you got to win the first game.
Yeah, Westport, that's one of the guys that have a ton of postseason experience in a lot of big games.
McGill's been awfully good coming down the stretch.
Yeah. Well, when you look at the numbers, the one thing that's interesting is Severino. This will be his first start since pitching against the Braves.
Not too Kevin. It's not bad. I mean, Sevy struggled in that start, but there was a lot of soft contact that hurt him too.
He made an error, if I remember right.
The regular Garcia's ball. That was they gave him home from the Pirates.
I think you throw Severino in the first game with every confidence that Jill has been pitching well. We'll do it for you if you need it. That's the only way to go.
Again, Atlanta's gone to the 8th. Still the Royals 4, the Braves 2. 2-2. Third baseline. That's going to stay favorite.
Oh, well, Jobo.
I think it's staying. Sanchez has a rare infield hit.
Hey.
Well, if you're playing deep and the odds are, you're not going to be, you're giving up that leader by playing the defense back. And I agree with playing that third baseman deep. I do like that move, wrinkle in defense, especially with Sanchez. The only time I don't like it is a stolen base threat that's on second base.
Not Julio Ortiz. So the score side lineup tonight at 11. Looking at rooms in the Jets locker room today. That's right. By the way, Kansas City in that game at 11, they have something to play for. Because if they win and Detroit loses, they get the 5 seed. But we're going to play the Astros in the first round. They got to play Baltimore, right? You might have played the Orioles.
If Baltimore has pitching, I'd say no, but yes.
And with Robert Valdez, Ronald Blanco, and Hunter Brown throughout into a 3-game series.
It'll be interesting to see how healthy Jordan Alvarez is.
Detroit is ending their games for the Red Sox. That's got moved to 9-4 White Sox. White Sox got quite a run this last week. Yep. They lost their heart in the first game. It's been a very good week. It's 9 for Chicago. We have 7.
Yeah, nice pitch.
That's the second out.
Gary, will they have a better winning percentage than the 62 Mets if they win today for White Sox?
Well, they'll have 41 wins and 121 losses. So, yes, that's the best with 4800. We have one more loss. That's under 500. One loss pushes you up. We have over 500. One loss pushes you down. About a price to rank. It's Phelps ranking check today. We're for 3. It's friction because that ball sailed into the photo box very quickly. And somebody might have struck,
Including our own.
Okay, down there, Steve. Get up the hill. I think it's just working up to so there were 2 men on the
All right, please don't make this interesting, guys.
sure coming up. I'm going to sell tips or the Brewers here at the end.
We've got definitely total closures on the spring ball. He's just so
He was a cheetah.
mix it up a little bit.
Well, with the Brewers threatening here in the 8th inning, it looks like Edward Diaz is going to grab a baseball. And the Mets may not have the luxury of saving him for tomorrow. So they have to secure this game before you start worrying about tomorrow's stuff left. No question. After we're done here, don't forget to keep it to it for Mets post-game live. Here on 11, Don Seal, all the highlights, all the analysis, all the stuff, the highlights, the statistics, the whole deal. And then we'll have both games tomorrow. I know that's a shock because, there'll be big games. Yeah. But if the Mets play in Atlanta tomorrow, we will have both games. They're going to let us go on SNY. That's very nice of them. And you're coming, right?
I'm in.
You're coming? Okay, we'll all be there. It's Steve. 2 out, 2
All right, guys, let's not make this interesting.
This is a first pitch fastball. Time, a little extra sip on that, nothing it wrong. Sanchez at second to rank it for 2 out. Yeah, it's just throwing lightly. Going foul, it's 11-2.
He has that curveball. He passes towards the plate, and not only does it kind of defeat you when it's great, but it's a changeup curveball. It just doesn't get there.
I guess everything that moves, yes. Spider's got the speed curve and then that slower curve. And again, so that's block seat for ball 2 strikes. Where's that? Trying to go over. So maybe there's 2 hits here at the 8th. We're getting 3 hits in the infield sector. Sorry, watch
Woo! Oh, my Lord. Oh, Lord. That's all we needed for Diaz to come in with a 2-run lead. Oh my, that was a foot going over the wall. Whew. Okay. That scared the hell out of me. All right, so the Mets are still winning 5-0, going to the top of the ninth. Diamondbacks up 9-2 in the top of the eighth. Royals are still leading 4-2 in the top of the eighth. So results stand. Mets need one game tomorrow, and the Braves need one game tomorrow, and they both get it. Whew. Oh boy. All right, guys. So once again, guys, after the watch party, the stream will take you over to the post-game show. You don't got to do anything except sit down and relax. Give me about 10 minutes until the game for the post-game to start, so I can set up the rest of the graphics and the background and all that other stuff, getting the score right, all the stuff that I need to get right, so you can see the optics and all that fun stuff. And I'll have a post game for about a half hour or so. So don't go anywhere. Stream will take you over to the post game, and I'll be with you as soon as possible, hopefully within 10 minutes of the game ending. And make sure you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, guys, if you haven't already. Well, David, I don't know why you would not be confident in going into tomorrow. You need one game, and the Braves need one game, right? Obviously, you don't want to lose game one and deal with the prospects of having to win game two, which would be very scary. But it's not gonna be fun. All right, guys, top of the ninth, 5-0 Mets.
In the sixth. Now we got 0-2. Vientos, Alonso, and Martinez. Mets have protected a 5-0 lead. And Diaz is no longer throwing. Adam Ottavino is up in the Mets bullpen. Diaz is still on call just in case, but he's not doing any throwing. When the guys get on at the bottom of the ninth, they'll start throwing again. He is extremely good at knowing how hard to get ready when he has to. I think he has the ability.
David, are we all?
Loose, 10 throws, he's ready to go. So once he spots trouble, he sees the opening might be there, all of a sudden, she gets activated. But slider misses, and it's 2-2. On the bottom of the eighth in Arizona, 9 to Diamondbacks, bottom of the eighth in Atlanta, 2-12. Also, in that game in Phoenix, Luis Arias is 1 for 3, and it looks like he has locked up his third straight. First player ever to do it for 3 different teams.
How about that? That's the most amazing part to me. Well, it doesn't really matter.
You're the same hitter.
That's right. But still, it's just, well, it tells you what baseball covets. That a guy that can win 3 batting titles moves around 3 times.
Yes. You think they wouldn't trade. Now when it comes to the line, and the throw at first. So that ball seeing it might stay fair. It made a nice play, threw a bullet to get Vientos.
Quick. Nice little slide, come up, perfect throw to the first baseman.
Wait,
Wow, it looks like the first baseman.
Doesn't have to be much.
is he really?
He's
Doing around that outfield for the Yankees last year. Alonso, 0 for 2. He's also reached and walking a hit by pitch. And he punches one to the right side, and there is Bauer to grab it.
To us.
Well, here you go. Down the knee, then pops up.
They were all coordinated though. He was sliding, but with every intention of planting that right foot when he got up to make the overhand throw. It's beautiful.
200 JD Martinez, 1 for 4. So with a Rise winning the batting title, holding off Shohei Ohtani, who's won 4 today, he's hitting 310. That means that Joe Medwick is safe for another year.
Yes, he is. 1937.
87 years since National League player won the Triple Crown, leading the league in batting average, home runs, and RBIs. And several have come close, but nobody's done it since Stuart Medwick in 1937.
The Dutchie is still king.
Most recent leaguer to pick the Triple Crown was Miguel Cabrera. That created a lot of controversy because that year Mike Trout had an amazing year, and all the advanced metrics favored him. But
Well, Wes, I mean, if there is an injury with Sale, they're probably going to have to pitch him. I mean, he'll probably try to go, but that benefits Mets either way.
At the bottom of the ninth, the Brewers use Monasterio, Bowers, and Haas. It looks like Adam Ottavino will get tonight. And then Diaz on call in case there's any trouble. The perfect world, Diaz will be saved for tomorrow. 3-2. Zip hard down the third catch.
Yeah. All right, JD, 2 hits today. JD Martinez has a couple hard hit balls, and that's good to see from him. 2 hits today.
Very easily have 3 hits today. So that is a good sign going into the postseason. When a pitch run with Acuna. That also gets favored in fast.
Yeah, started in center field last night at 0-2. But JD after that.
You got to start, guys. You got to start somewhere.
Double in the fourth. That's his second hit of the game.
You almost would love to see Acuna against the left-hander.
David, I agree.
Something that he might have to do. You're lucky enough to make it to the postseason.
One thing we haven't seen him do, right? They have one stolen base attempt. 40 in the minors this year for the Steelers. JD Martinez, the 2 hits today, his first multiple hit game in September. Perhaps a sign of what's to come. With the Mets use JD Martinez looking like this in the postseason. They're able to get there. Cody ran and stopped and goes back.
And Bader strikes out. Going to the bottom of the ninth. The Mets are winning 5-0. Little update on the games. Bottom of the 8th in Arizona, 9-2 Arizona. Bottom of the 8th in Atlanta. KC's still winning 4-2. Atlanta's got a guy on first with 1 out. So once again, guys, post game right after the game. Give me about 10 minutes, and I'll have the post game ready to go live within 10 to 15 minutes of the game ending. Make sure you don't have to go anywhere, guys. Again, I keep on repeating it. I know some people head out of the stream and then try to find the post game, but you don't have to because I'm redirecting it right after the watch party, going right to the post game, and you get to sit there, relax, chat amongst yourselves, talk about all the scenarios, talk about pitching matchups, what's going to line up look tomorrow, all that fun stuff, and then the post game will start, and we'll have a conversation for about a half hour or so about today's game, tomorrow's preview of possibly a doubleheader. Definitely a doubleheader tomorrow. So it's going to be a very interesting day of baseball on Monday if everything holds up score-wise for at least another inning. But we'll see because Atlanta got first and second with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Yeah, you know what? They clearly were trying to do too much yesterday and the day before. Right now, they just had better at bats. It's very simple. They had better at bats, right? Even when they didn't get a hit, they worked the count. Even when they didn't produce a run, they moved the runner over. Little things like that, and you saw what the Brewers did yesterday. Games like that slowly add salt to the wound when you do that. It's a hard game to win hard game to win a game. It's hard to win a game if you don't do the fundamentals correctly. And the Mets haven't done that in the last 3 games. Today, they're doing that.
Well, it was just.
All right, guys. So bottom of the night, 5-0 Mets. Hit on that like button and subscribe to the channel, guys.
But it was the week after the hit was aggressive, which was.
Eddie Alvarez in place second base. Jose Iglesias moves to third. Edwin Diaz is going to pitch the ninth inning in a 5-0 game. We thought perhaps he'd be held at least until there was a threat, but they're going to go right with Diaz with a 5-0 lead. Doubleheader moving tomorrow.
Well, to me, this move was made because the guys in the bullpen have struggled at times to have those 1, 2, 3 innings, and he did with Diaz warm. He did not want him to have to come in.
Keith, I'm not mad about that. You had him warming up. You don't want him sitting down, getting back up, because if Ottavino comes in and starts walking the ballpark, you got to bring in Diaz in, and you don't want to deal with that. Just give him 10 to 15 pitches. He'll be okay tomorrow. Don't worry about it.
Just the math. I'll shoot a doubleheader is not in your favor. So win this game. Don't worry about tomorrow.
After Monasterio for the first time, that would go to the backstop to 2. Jake Bauers on deck and then Eric Haas. Well,
And remember, he hasn't pitched in a week, Diaz. So give him a little bit of, get him a little bit of pitches in. You don't want him coming in on like 8 days rest, because he's wild. Look, you see him right now. He's wild. You don't want him to be wild tomorrow.
Against the Phillies on Sunday night, he was never back.
So it's good to get him in 15, 20 pitches. He'll be good to go tomorrow. He's been off for a week. There you go.
Well, that was huge. Both fastballs until the slider at the end. Only that team, there's one division, and it's the 9th inning of the last game for them to come back as well. Just go after them.
Jake Bauers is 0 for 3. Takes a slider at his feet for ball 1.
Well, David, it's what Diaz says he wants to do, too. Right? If Diaz feels comfortable saying that he needs work, you can throw 20-something pitches. It's not that bad.
He's got good life on that fastball. I'm just so happy to see him go back to.
It was a month ago today that Edwin Diaz saved a game against Arizona. The day after he gave up a grand slam to Corbin Carroll. It's August 29th. And we pinpointed it at the time. It really has come to pass. But that was the most important inning for the Mets this season. A, we got Diaz back on track. B, the Mets got 18-5 starting that day. And C, and probably most importantly, they clinched the season series against the Diamondbacks that day, which is working in their favor right now as we go into these final hours of the season.
No, Dave, I understand there's 2 games tomorrow, but the only game that matters is game 1 until it doesn't. And you still got to win this game. Let Diaz get work. He hasn't pitched in a week. And look how wild he is. Imagine not pitching him and then needing him for tomorrow, and he hasn't pitched in almost a little over a week. Dangerous game to play. Give him some pitches. He'll probably throw about 20 pitches. When you haven't pitched in a week, 20 pitches is really nothing.
Well, it's apparent with Diaz so far today. I don't know if it's 5 lead or it's a big week, but his velocity is way down. He was throwing 99, 100, 101 last weekend. He's been throwing 97 range today. Here's Mitchell. It's not even 1 for 3. I'm going to take second on defensive difference.
Psychology, the blow to
Yeah, David, that's all. It's not about putting Diaz in, to waste him. You're not wasting him. He hasn't pitched in a week. And easy, you're wrong. It's not a bad move. Diaz hasn't pitched in a week. You see how wild he is? You want him to come in at the 8 days rest tomorrow? He's wild. Diaz pitches better when he pitches more. That's always been a trend for him. I don't want him being off for 8 days, coming into a save situation tomorrow when he's pitching wild like this against a team that has the players going. I'm not saying to keep him out there for 40 pitches, but if he throws 20 to 25 pitches, it's not the end of the world, especially being off a week. Diaz gets better with work.
1-2 coming to Mitchell. Slide us down 2-2. As Collins is the on deck batter.
It's interesting, Keith, with a 5-0 deficit in the Brewers. He's throwing more sliders than he has in his last few outings.
Two coming away. Full count. So exactly what the Mets didn't want to see has come to pass. 3 straight full counts for Diaz.
Well, easy. I wouldn't say it's dumb. We don't know what Diaz wanted. Like Diaz can say, Mendoza, I want to throw between 20 and 25 to 30 pitches. You don't know what he's asking for. There you go. Strike 3. 2 outs. Again, Diaz always is much better with more work. We've known that since we got him. That's a nice slider. His slider is really nice. Fastball a little wild, but his slider is looking really good. Easy. What are you talking about? Why would you not listen to the player? Diaz has pitched there with more work. He hasn't pitched in a week. I don't want to throw him out there tomorrow in a big game when he hasn't pitched in a week. You see how wild he is? 3 full counts in a row.
First pitch tomorrow at 110 from Atlanta. It's a break once or twice. 1-1 coming. Away, 2 balls and strike. Live all at 3 on SNY. Again, pregame coverage at 12:30. One day after the season ended, just like the Mets did it in 1973. 2 balls and a strike to Collins. Ball missed somewhere. Now it's 3-1.
A little up in the spectrum. Boy, you gonna push 30 out here today? 30 pitches?
There's nobody up behind in the bullpen. Carlos Mendoza riding Diaz. 3-1. Swing and a miss. The Brewers are down to their final swing. He's clearly not throwing his hardest today.
And David, that's why you got to give him work. He's not a guy that can have more rest and pitch better. He's never been like that.
3-2.
And there you go. We do 26 pitches. There you go. The Mets beat the Brewers, put it in the books 5-0. The Mets are alive tomorrow. It's looking like the Diamondbacks going to win. So at least one game tomorrow is going to matter for the Mets. And it's going to the top of the 9th in Atlanta. The Braves trail 4-2. And guys, thank you for tuning in to the watch party. I will see you in about 10 to 15 minutes on the post game. Don't go anywhere, guys. The stream's going to take you right to the post game. So hit that like button. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to get everything ready. And then we'll talk about the game today, the preview tomorrow, and of course, the outcome and the scenarios for tomorrow. I'll see you in a few minutes, guys, for Mets post game. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Talkin' Mets with Rob. Subscribe to the channel for all your New York Mets in-game live, pre-game, post-game, roundtable podcast, and all the breaking news for our New York Mets. Enjoy the show and let's go Mets.